when I have the week off, and I just moved into my new house. Fucking love it. Well, good for you, Gads. Do I just wait? Well, now I have to go to this, and that's up. But now we have to go back and get the new YouTube one, because this one's no longer. Or wait. What happens? Check. I could have swore I did this. It's your breath. Yep. All right. So let's close that. Yep. That's what I thought. It's gone. And it's gone. We got to make a new one. Go back. Relax. Don't do it. I fucked myself up. I knew it. Where is it? My videos. This is really not fair, Rumble. Just give me one easy way to just tie it in once and hook it up once. Give me a new address every goddamn time is just a pain in the ass, you bastards. All right. Boop, boop. And let's grab this one. I don't think it'll let me post into the chat here, but let's try. Control V, enter. There you go. There's the new one. The link in the chat. I was first, Fallen. This is a second start, right? Yes, technically Lexi was first. Lexi was before everyone, which is surprising, Lexi, to see you here so early, right out the jump. I'm so grateful that I have like low show numbers, so that way when I reset stuff, I don't have to be disappointed that the numbers are low. It's like, dude, that's where that is where we live, my friend. What do you want? What do you want to do? Fucking, do you want to suck a dick, or are you just gonna be a fag? All right, let's let's clip that there, and live chat fixed it all. Hooray. I was a little flustered getting things started. I fell asleep and slept longer than I was supposed to. To be fair, Digger did warn me that would happen. She's like, yeah, are you going to get up in time, though? And I'm like, yeah, I totally will. I totally will. Totally didn't. John Lex Luger is walking again. Who's Lex Luger? Oh, DDP. Good for him. Good for him. Throwing stuff won't help. Well, I don't intend to throw stuff. I have no stuff I need to throw. I need not throw anything. What I need to do is a show. And I've got a show prepped. I've got a show planned. So we just have to do the goddamn thing. We're funded into the 28th, which is Thursday. We have $40 remaining on that goal, so that is awesome. Thank you so much, everyone that participated in the hype train and everything else. We have some. What is it? What was I gonna say? Fuck, I'm trying to remember now. We have things. We have things and stuff. We have the stickers. There we go. We have the sticker dashboard that we can open and use for you guys on Rumble and YouTube. So now, when you guys want those stickers, it just you throw $1 and we'll play them. Unless they're more than 100 bits. We go with 100 bits equals $1. I don't know what the exact exchange rate is after everything, but that's pretty much what it is. All right, Lab Glass, Cuban cigar. What? Oh, thank you, Fill Some Holes, for the Towel Whip sticker and the 100 bits. We really appreciate all that support. Yesterday's, what would we call it, hype train and a half, because we didn't quite launch one, but nearly launched a hype train. We've got a nice $25 chunk out of the goal for that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And actually, while we're talking about it, before I forget, I always forget to link. Like, I'm a horrible host. I always forget to link the PayPal, the Venmo, the Streamlabs, and the merch site. We got to work on more merch for you guys. So that's got to be a thing. There are those, and we'll pin them if you want them. There they are. I'll try and check on them periodically. Feel free to tell me to check them if you throw a donation and you feel I haven't mentioned it in promptly enough time. There we go. Pin. And pin. And pin. And there we are. So we've got all those set up. We've got a bunch of things to get into today. A bunch of stuff from Minnesota. I'm very disappointed that I have so many things to report on from the state in which I live. They are not good things, but it is a thing. You did a good show this morning. Thank you. I had fun this morning. I had a lot of fun this morning. I went to bed extra early yesterday because I was sleepy and I was tired. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to bed. I woke up early and I did the whole show. But the whole show. Oh, what the hell? I don't need this contact lens. Can we not? And say we did for the rest of the day. But yeah, I did a lot of sleeping. I got up and did the show, and right towards the end, I just fucking was so tired. I got done. I ate some food, and I just kind of took a breather, and just passed right the fuck out for like 30 minutes. And I thought, like a 30-minute nap, I should be all rejuvenated and energized. I don't know how it seems for you guys. I'm not rejuvenated or energized. I'm doing a thing. You're a good egg, Johnny. Keep up the great work, says Clippers Unite. Thank you, Clippers Unite, for that $4.99. We appreciate that very, very much, sir. That is how we help keep this little boat afloat, as some would say. Let's keep that on the tally sheet there. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. All right, so there we go. We got that locked down. What is it? Does your computer work? Said Red Scooper. Yeah, it's so far it's been fine. There's been issues. We'll see. Tomorrow is another day, says Rabbi Smoothie. Yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'll definitely give it all called try again. If I'm very excited about like the legs possibly coming back with the whole. I know people are already telling me not to get my hopes up too much, not to put too much on this because these are reports about trials in rodents and stuff. So you don't know what's gonna happen. But like, dude, if we can rewind this clock to any significant extent, holy Jesus! First thing I'm doing is jogging with my daughter every morning. I'm getting her in a habit. So thank you for the $4.99 Clippers Unite. 30-minute nap helps. Wake up with fuck hard, you're ready for life. What do you mean wake up with fuck hard? I don't, you know what? I got from the repair shop today, Ethernet port, fan, and USB port are fixed. I can game again. Congratulations, Mr. QM, we're back. Yeah, I had to fucking redo everything to get the Rumble to launch. It's my fault. I didn't put Rumble's address in. I just forgot. Because that is a thing you can forget. Sunrise, sunset, don't you forget. All right, so praying for you, Johnny and Al. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope this whole leg thing goes nicely with this ivermectin. Got an appointment on Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Got an appointment next Friday. See my doctor. We're going to get things moving. Splitting the bill with me. Oh, well, it's nice since he broke it. Brian's in here. Where we got Brian? Hi, Johnny, says Brian. Well, good to see you, Brian. Good to see you. Wild Saffron saying, I love bacon. Careful, you can't do that in London. Or England, I should say. The UK. They don't like it when you proclaim your love for bacon. They have to arrest you. Still the funniest, yet also saddest thing. Like, oh, we love bacon. Like, all right, nope, arrest him. Why? I mean, yes, the people inside the mosque, like, they can't. And here's the thing. I feel like if you want to convert Muslims, all you've got to do is feed them bacon. Like, feed them bacon. I feel like people don't understand this. I even told, I told Digger that she is not allowed because of religious beliefs to eat bacon. And I'm like, I'm just going to make it next to you and see you resist. It's just delicious stuff. And she's like, that's the thing. It's evil. And that's how you know it's so good. It's tempting. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you know, if you're going to die and you eat some bacon, you're not going to have, like, I mean, you can have too much bacon, but overall, bacon ain't bad. The animal with which you make the bacon of, well, we can talk about cleanliness if we want. But I mean, still. I really think that's where it all stems from. It just stems from pigs being like fucking dirty, sloppy animals that fucking do mud baths to keep their temperature down and everything else. They just wait around in their own shit. And so when someone thinks about making food out of that, you just think about what it was and the juices it was stewing in its entire life. And you can't see. I even just mentioned it. I'm turning myself off of bacon as I speak. I guess that's the secret. The police are busy arresting kids without adults present. That one's global, though. That one's not specific to you. Like, that happens everywhere right now. We're on this weird kick where every unattended child we need to arrest, which part of me is against because I grew up as an unattended child. But part of me is totally for because I have a child, and I'm like, why would you let these precious little people run around unsupervised? They don't know what they're doing. They're only going to hurt themselves and others. Keep an eye on them, all right? Nothing fancy. Just fucking with the old fucking peepers. Check in once in a while. It's really, really easy. Lexi saying, I zoned out. Did something happen? On what? On the bacon? On... What... Did something happen where we're doing a stream? Now I have to check my KBS. KBS has been fucking solid like rock, like just fucking. It's a table. You could build a fragile model on it. So yeah, no, we're good. We were just talking about bacon being cool. I don't now. You know what? You zoning out has caused me to lose track. I am distracted like a squirrel. With the bacon, we can still have bacon, right? Oh yeah, no. We can still have bacon. I don't know how the bacon thing got started. Oh, I remember. Wild Saffron typed, I love bacon, and that started a rant, and then St. Caesar went off about how they're not after unattended children again. So I was just saying, bacon. All right, so
this is just so frustrating, and it is these sanctuary city policies. That is the reason that an 11-year-old girl and her mother.
All right, you're getting ahead of me, but we'll go ahead and play this. In the ongoing stories of this was a horrible, horrible tragedy that could have totally been prevented by, again, keeping people who are here illegally from being here. We have the newest in traffic accidents.
There are not alive today and not with us today because when that domestic violence charge came, when those two separate DUI charges.
No, I'm playing this. I want to read
what those sanctuary city policies did. And it is
let's
sanctuary city policies. That is the reason that an 11-year-old girl and her mother are not alive today and not with us today because when that domestic violence charge came, when those two separate DUI
Department of Homeland Security is blaming New Jersey sanctuary city policies in this deadly car crash. The latest
city policies did was not allow ICE into those prisons to remove this illegal alien. So then he was released back onto New Jersey streets and commit this fatal crime.
Homeland Security officials blasting sanctuary policies after an illegal migrant allegedly killed a mom and her daughter in a wrong-way car crash. Turns out he has an extensive criminal record, including 2 recent arrests for DUI.
Oh, great. At least he was, a good upstanding citizen who just took a wrong fucking turn.
Just said. But instead of handing him over to the feds, he was set free and allowed to get back behind the wheel. CB Cotton following this story for us in our newsroom.
No offense, we don't want drivers in this country getting back behind the wheel after they've had 2 DUIs. We might want to, I don't know, keep an eye on them just a little bit. So this whole weird thing of like, this guy's got a criminal record, DUIs. Why? Why is it a thing?
Hey, Dana, good morning. So 2 innocent lives are now gone after this horrific head-on crash. Loved ones tell me the mom and daughter had just gone out for milkshakes. New Jersey mom Maria Plates was killed instantly, and her daughter Dayanara Cortez later died at the hospital. According to prosecutors who say Raul Luna Perez drove his Dodge Durango head-on into the mother's Nissan Sentra.
Yeah, my Durango, gonna end your life. I'm not even here legally, so oh, fuck, I can't do it. I can't, fuck it. I'm trying to make this funny, but it's not funny. Dude, like, fuck it. These 2 people could still be here. We could avoid this whole thing. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, that happens. People get in fatal car crash. Right. But we don't need people who literally don't need to be here causing those problems. We have enough of our own.
First responders noticed on scene that Luna Perez seemed intoxicated, according to investigators who say his blood was drawn and tested with a court-authorized warrant. The test results are still pending, and Luna Perez could face upgraded charges. But for now, he's charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide and assault by auto. DHS says this deadly crash was entirely preventable, pointing to the suspect's 2 previous DUI charges months earlier. The suspect was also arrested on a domestic violence charge back in 2023. DHS says New Jersey's sanctuary policies kept him on the streets.
Again, and this is where all of the anti-government reach people, this is where the liberal left has opened up the door for the government to go, well, you're not doing your job, so we can. Because again, these aren't like, it's not like these aren't avoidable in any other way. No, they could very easily be avoidable. Just popping in, it's Feisty's birthday today. We at Granite City, not Stonies. Yay, congratulations! Congratulations, Fiery Red. Have a great time at Granite City. I have not been there in a while. Last time I was there, I had chocolate beer. I didn't know there was such a thing. It wasn't that, like, it didn't taste good, but I don't like beer. So it's not any condemnation of the product itself, just so much as saying it, you know, selling a fancy drink to a guy who just thinks that stuff sucks. I was always more of a hard liquor guy. If I'm going to get drunk, let's do this quickly. I want to put in a whole bunch of fluids. Okay, so what about tequila? I don't know what tequila's about saying, right? Wow. Damn, Rusty Grammar popping in hard. We'll keep going with the show. Chocolate beer is a thing. It sounds horrible. Hey, man, what do you want me to do? Fucking people have to, especially in the restaurant business, have to keep trying to reinvent the wheel to get somebody, because otherwise, why are you going to get out of your rut? You know, stop going to this place and go to that place and try this. Well, you need something to sucker them in when they get there. Craft beers is a thing. They make all their own craft beers. They have to keep the flavors rotating. Otherwise, what are you doing? But again, as someone who doesn't really think highly of beer, it's kind of a waste for me. I mean, again, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? So, we finished. I believe that's the end of that story, right?
All they had to do.
Oh wait, nope, never mind. It wasn't the end of that story. Boop. Let's watch. Michael Chiklis tell us what's up.
Honor the detainer that ICE lodged on this individual. That person would have been sent on a path for removal, but instead they let them back out, refused to cooperate with ICE, and that individual killed somebody. This is what happens in these jurisdictions. It's a destructive policy. Americans deserve better.
Over the weekend, loved ones gathered to say some of their final goodbyes to Pleites and her 11-year-old daughter. Pleites leaves behind a 16-year-old daughter, according to family members who say she immigrated to the U.S. more than 2 decades ago and gave birth to her 2 children here in the U.S. Family members.
Okay, so now congratulations, liberals. The illegal migrants are killing the legal migrants. Was she a legal migrant? Either way, anchor baby or not, she was supposedly one of those fucking people where if we were really the assholes everybody says about, we'd be like, well, good, at least you got one of them. No, it's not good. Again, this lady and her kids didn't need to go through this. Her 16-year-old daughter didn't need to be fucking orphaned and left alone from her entire family because, again, some asshole who's breaking laws and drunk driving fucking killed people. We didn't even need to be here.
Members are now
craft beer stuck. The last fucking thing I wanted was a beer that raised like American single slice and government cheese.
To the hospital, and thankfully she is expected to be okay.
You mean taste?
CB Cotton, thank you.
So for more on this, we're joined by Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. Director Lyons, good to have you with us this morning. Boy, this is an incredibly
What about the Tigers and the
story.
Bears? Oh my! If we could, I know we've got the Lions, but Tigers and the Bears. Oh my! By the way, I haven't seen her, so if you do, you guys can let me know. Digger may or may not pop in the chat. She has things to do today, so probably won't be in the chat. And I'm just looking at that now. I'm just seeing falling the years. I'm an ale guy myself. The only thing I've had in the beer range that I like, and go ahead, call me a fag, I don't care. Fucking, I love mead. All right, I love mead. Mead is one of those things where I thought it sounded lame and gay. Oh no, it's honey wine. Yeah, but like, try this shit. It's actually really, it's really fucking good. Okay, so what do you want from me? I like mead. I don't get hungover when I drink hard booze, and that's why I think a lot of people go to beer, because I'm betting the beer hangovers are easier. They're not as hard. They're not as intensive. But hard liquor, it'll hit you harder. It'll hit you faster. It makes sense. The hangover does too. But since I don't get hangovers, I don't fucking care. He likes mead because it rhymes with weed. You're not wrong. I mean, that certainly doesn't help or hurt, I should say. I like mead because it rhymes with weed. It helps me when I cope and seethe. Oh, Pooh Bear, drink your mead. Oh, but yeah, I do. I like mead. I like alcohol that doesn't taste like alcohol. Red Scooper, I'm kind of there with you. I'll say this: my newest favorite alcohol is, and if I still have some left, I'll bring it on this Friday. The Go Fuck Me show, or Go F Me show, as we're calling it. We're switching it from the Friday Fund Day to the Go F Me show. I should actually change that in the scroll. We have a what would I call it? We have a really good Jameson that's probably like a fucking gimmicky thing, but Jameson orange. Oh dear Lord, I don't like Jameson without something to cut a little bit of the burn edge off of it. It tastes fine, but there's like a burn in it that I don't care for. So I'm like, It's like a sour, bitter aftertaste that comes with a burn. And the orange fucking covers that right up, and it's delicious. Have you had THC sodas? They're awesome. I have not. Mr. Q, just say you like drinking like a college girl. Well, I mean, I can't look, I'm not agreeing with you, but I do admit you have a point. I did just profess my love for mead, so you're missing out. It's more of an availability thing. I'll have to, if they're available locally, I'll have to just try and go get one. We'll see if we can do that. We'll see if we can. Holy God. Why? Why am I yawning? There's no reason to be yawning. We do not need to be yawning. So thank you, Clippers Unite, earlier with that $4.99 over on YouTube. Again, we keep track of all of those. So thank you for that. We do have it. Yep, it's on the sheet. And again, over on Twitch from yesterday's Hype Train and a Half, because we almost launched a second one. We kicked a third of Thursday's goal out. So thank you for all that. Let's finish this up again on the migrant story thing. You're yawning because you napped. No, Saint Caesar, I was yawning before I napped. I was starting to yawn and starting to get the tap out at the end of Steel Toe. And then I ate a sandwich, and good God, it's like you gave me a sleeping pill. It was just a little tiny sandwich, a little roast beef. Well, not even roast beef, a little beef, a little cheese, a slice of Swiss, just a dab of sauce, honey oat nut bread. I didn't do anything fancy. It was a small little sandwich. Knocked me out like it was fucking Mike Tyson. And I called him a sissy. So I heard from the morning show you're taking ivermectin. Does that mean you're the one the governor drank from? The governor drank from. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, that first part, definitely happening. I'm interested in trying to take ivermectin. I'm attempting to go through the hospitals and the doctors first before we go any other routes. I know a lot of people, you can get it here, you can get it there. Like, but let's just we can go through the doctor though too, right? So then let's do that. But yeah, Fallen Johnny, where did all the queers that wanted your Venmo go? You didn't know, Fallen? A lot of those, as you called them, not me. I'm not saying this. This is Fallen saying this. A lot of those queers, as you would call them. And by the way, I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's an insult to the term. Yeah, no, they don't watch the show. They're not part of the program. They really wanted Daddy's attention, so they did it on his program. They thought it would make him mad. I got some in the refrigerator in the horse barn. Yeah, I know. And trust me, if all else fails, maybe I'll give you a call, buddy. But first things first, I'm going to just try to go over the counter with the doctor and just see if we can get it. I know a guy who sells it from the back of his van. Right, and all you got to do, St. Aaron, is close your eyes and suck it out of a hose. Hell, for that kind of entertainment, you ought to be paying him. No. I want to take a medication. I want to get better, and I don't want to have to suck a dick in the process. Those are, again, very low bars, but if we can accomplish it, it'll be a great thing. We'll have a great time. Red Scoop. Oh, wait, let's catch over on the Rumble chat. I like alcohol. It doesn't taste like alcohol. Yeah, agreed. Honey oat nut bread. That sounds manly. Honey oat nut bread. Honey oat nut bread. It's oat, and there isn't a whole lot of nut. I'm going to be honest. But there's a hint of honey, and there's oats in it. I'm trying to, eat healthier. There's this weird desire I have to get in shape and be healthier because I know it gets a certain redhead's heart like a pitter patter, and so I'm like, let's do that. Was the beef kosher? Wild Saffron, that's between me and my gynecologist. How dare you ask? That's dangerous, though. Depending on your tolerance, Caribou Lose doesn't taste like alcohol if they are shaken, and it's 151 proof plus whatever the girly Malibu is rated. What the fuck are we talking about? I haven't been hungover since I was like 19. All right, what did Red Scooper say? I like alcohol, doesn't taste like I don't. All right, yeah, no. Mm-mm. I will say, though, depending on your tolerance, yeah, that is a problem. Because, like, I can tolerate a lot of booze for a while, and then it hits me, like, all at once, and I'm in trouble. And then I pass out. I keep forgetting that it's going to be Labor Day weekend. Yeah, it's going to be Labor Day weekend. Against some people's advice, we're doing the Go F Me show this Friday, so I hope you'll be there for that. We're going to do the Go F Me show. We've got I've got waffles, so I can eat soggy waffles. We have tuna and bananas, so we have that. I have hot sauce that sucks balls. I could even possibly add that to the tuna and bananas thing. So we've got all of those. We've got the mystery shots. We've got the shaving arms. I don't have the muscle stimulator stuff, but that's more of a, like, after this is all over, I'm going to be drunk. I won't be able to, nah. I'm not tasing my muscles, too, especially since nobody's going to see a whole lot of that. That'll be very lame. And I know people say it'll be lame, so we're not going to do it. But that's that. It is this Friday, so again, Digger will be here, hanging out, helping out, and then I'm going to have I believe, the extra day to recover. Oh, right. Sorry, Minnesota. College football this weekend, bitches. What's wrong with Minnesota? I'm glad I'm not driving anywhere. I'm glad I'm not driving anywhere, but that's just because I'm happy. I'm happy here. I want to keep myself working out and getting in better shape, and this ivermectin might do it. And yeah, so I'm looking to be less of a road guy and more of a standing and doing stuff feller. Make hard-boiled eggs and make a hole. Get the yolk out. Fill it with Jell-O. Why? Now we're talking about an inordinate amount of work, and I don't know what the payoff is. Your college team has no chance. Ah, well, that's where I'm glad I don't root for college football. I don't really care. You know, people are like, the Gophers. I've never felt an affinity to my college team. I know, I think Iowa, what is it, the Cornhuskers or whatever? They're like a big thing. But I've never felt it. Pitter patter, Johnny. Let's get at her. That's kind of the thinking I'm thinking. I get the legs working. We get back to doing leg day. I can return to doing my sit-ups, and I get my tummy back. It'd be great. PrayX12, good afternoon, Johnny. Great show today. Yeah, dude, today on Steel Toe was awesome. It was fun. Thank you, Mr. Q and Sane Caesar, for throwing in comments and shit. Appreciate that. It was awesome. Had a great time. A lot of fun stuff. I enjoyed Aaron's meltdowns because you guys saw them intermittently as his connection was breaking up. It never faltered for me. Like the Zoom call never got laggy or anything. So whatever was going wrong was solely with OBS, and it's hard to keep a straight face while he's losing his shit like that. I mean, after a certain point when you've like literally just the first time when it happens and you vaguely don't understand he's not even talking to you. Once you've gotten that part in, you're like, we're good. This is just funny. Iowa Hawkeyes, Nebraska's the Cornhuskers. See, that's how little I know. I got them fucking wrong, Mr. Q. Thank you for proving my point. That's how little I know and care about that shit. I just realized I probably shouldn't do that. Should probably try and remember to use this as much as possible. I'll tell you this, love it or hate it, and I don't love it, but I'm willing to make the sacrifice. If if the old ivermectin shit kills the MS, I won't be smoking as much weed. If I don't have to do it in the mornings to get my legs to work, I'm not smoking in the mornings. Like, what is it? When I used to do the Steel Toe show at Aaron's place, you know, like I'd burn one in my car, you know, but then I'd get out of my car, I'd dust myself off, get in and do a show. And as I've had this issue with my legs being more and more like wound tight and painful, that's become more weed needed. But now we might be able to tone that down. How amazing would that be if ivermectin just fixes everything? I mean, that would be amazing, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. I'm certainly hoping for that outcome. I don't think that will happen. But let's say I'm very hopeful that taking the ivermectin will keep any relapses from happening, and I will regain some functionality. If I can get myself back up to being able to do DJ and comedy work again, I'll be happy, because then I can put together some fundage and get a house for a lady. All right, so speaking of homes, by the way, that's a good segue into our next segment. Speaking of homes, I'm still looking for one. The GoFundMe for that is still up. I think that closes soon. We'll check into that right now. Let's go look at the GoFundMe. It hasn't made any traction in a while. It's been a month. Dear Lord. I didn't realize this. It's been a month. Let's share that. If you want to share that on your socials, cool. That money is all sitting in a savings account for helping with our moving things when we find somewhere to go. But there we go. Let's do the music for our... sure, she's not even listening, but the girl, there you go. A cripple needs a crib. So the GoFundMe is still there. It's shutting down, I think, in a couple of days. Because I said it was only supposed to go till September. We were supposed to have a place. I'm actually kind of skinnier in that photo, aren't I? Well, yes and no. His bank account is pretty sad. All he wants is a place to stay. Yeah, dude, I'm actually kind of skinnier in that photo. My upper body bulked up a little bit since then. Like the trappy areas are a little slantier. I don't have as much chin stuff. Although you can't tell right now because I'm so fucking furry. Anyways, so there you go. Thank you for everyone that's helped with that. If you want to spread the word, we say thank you. But other house story that we want to talk about. More importantly, out of Louisiana, a home exploded. So I'm wondering what we'll find for reasons for this. Walking up in the morning, still wearing your hat, and shit kickers isn't ideal. Or waking up in the... why did I see walking? Waking up in the morning still wearing your hat, and shit kickers isn't ideal. No, that's not ideal. Clearly you had a rough night, sir. I am sorry you did not enjoy the peaceful sleep. I've been weirdly happy just because I'm looking to take a medication that I have no negative side effects to really worry about. There's no permanent negative fuck you over side effects. And that's the worst. The worst of it is it does nothing. Best case scenario, like you guys said, fucking full restoration. So we're like, yay, let's do that. Red Scooper Clippard United already has what? I hope some of Toe's donate to the GoFundMe. Oh, dude, tons of people have. Tons of people have. The funniest part is the people are like, "You gotta move in with Aaron." Like, why the fuck would I want to do that? Don't get me wrong, I love hanging out with Aaron, but Aaron to me is like drinking. Best when done in moderation. You know, you do as much time as you feel you safely can, and then you recover, and you maybe take some. You don't do it too often. That's a sign of a problem. You know, just. I just do it twice a week, and then once in a while. God, when was the last time? Oh, he invited me out when Ivy's mom was in the hospital. So, yeah. So yeah, it's not. We don't even like regularly hang out. It's a thing. All right, let's go ahead and play on this again. St. Louis, a home explosion. As someone who's trying to find somewhere to go, these are things that always terrify me. This has been a thing like outside of apartments and things like that, where there's people that are responsible for managing the property and taking care of shit. I'm always terrified, like when I leave my house, when I leave any home, I'm terrified that like I have this weird voice in the back of my head, like, "Oh, you're gonna come back and the thing's a fucking steaming crater," and like, no, we can't have that. I turned off the autocorrect gimmick. Oh, nice. I didn't know you could do that. Let's flip over here. I thought I clicked play.
Neighborhood, they are still dealing with the aftermath of a huge explosion. Several people were hurt, including an 18-year-old who has serious injuries this morning.
Let's go to Fox 2's Laura Simon. She is near ground zero right now with the latest. Laura?
Okay. Hold on. Before we do this, Fox, I got a question.
Laura?
Wrong one. Why are you switching things? Leave me right here. Okay, so that's the what is the purpose of this? There's nobody here. Why are we showing an imaginary fucking like virtual? Is it so she can see the aerial? Because she can't. I got bad news, guys. She can't see that.
Latest. Laura?
John and Blair, this is what's left of a home here on Evan Air Drive. You can see this car inside the garage is melted, cinched to just its frame. There is glass and debris everywhere, shingles and 2x4s all over the ground. And we can see off in the distance, too, even more charred vehicles and smoke still billowing.
Dude, I thought they said it was a home explosion. That looks like more than one. That looks like way more than one. What the hell happened? Maybe we should start a lotto pool, and one wins, we all get a piece. A piece of what? The hell are you talking about? I have no idea. I hope the best for you, my friend. I hope the best for me, too. Pray X12 with the clap emoji. Okay. Did you hear Fox? Was it just me? I didn't say that. I said Fox News. So, or I had a Freudian slip. You know what it is? I've been worried about the bad ones recently. It's funny to say that, but it's becoming less and less of a joke because I don't have a problem with like Jewish people. If you're a Jewish person, I don't have a problem with you. But if you're a member of the Israeli government, you're probably a Jewish person. I have a problem with those Jewish people. Because they've been doing some horrible shit. I don't have a problem with every Israeli person. I just have a problem with the Israelis in charge. Didn't know that was a thing. I see a swastika in that pile of trash. Where? Oh, is it because this is kind of charred and bent right here? You seeing part of a swastika? Because otherwise, where are you like magic eyeing that out of? You know what? We'll just hit play and not worry about it.
In the wreckage.
Pray X12 saying meth lab. Yeah, that would be my guess. Like, I hate to say it, but that would be like my best guess. Like, I feel like if it was something like a leak or a lie, like they would have mentioned that already. There's nothing in the story so far in the title that says it. We're, the first minute so in here, nobody said what the supposed believed cause is. In St. Louis County, Minnesota, I didn't hear. No, this isn't Minnesota. I think this one's just in St. Louis.
Neighbors saying the blast felt like an earthquake, and the damage you're looking at this morning, now that it's daylight, truly speaks for itself. And we want to show you some more video, this coming from a neighbor's security video camera showing the moment the blast tore through this neighborhood.
Okay, so that's just somebody else's fucking doorbell cam. Their windows just shattered from the shockwave of it. Yeah, dude, that's it's gotta be meth. It's gotta be meth. He's like one of those people that could look into anything, and that's all they see is a swastika. Shut up. No, it isn't. I like the lines, okay?
So within minutes, 5 homes in this cul-de-sac were on fire. Police saying an 18-year-old in critical condition this morning. A woman has since been released from the hospital, and we understand 2 others remain in the hospital this morning.
Why?
Neighbors still reeling, trying to process all of this. Many are staying in hotels and receiving shelter and help from the American Red Cross. Investigators say at least 20 homes and properties sustained damage, 90% deemed to be unsafe. Fire crews were out here checking the area, but they say they found no problems with their gas line, and nobody reported smelling gas before the explosion. But
all right, so yeah, dude, I'm sorry. The odds are just stacking in the meth head category. Somebody was Breaking Bad to pay their bills at best, and it went bad.
One woman on nearby Davie Drive says that the blast sent glass flying into her home, injuring her 5-year-old granddaughter. She wasn't home at the time of the explosion, but her mom needs oxygen because of a medical condition, so her mother's in the hospital this morning as well.
I've been saying meth this whole time, and I hate to say it, but that came with certain assumptions on my part. Wasn't ready for this. And I'm not ready to see this. This poor little kid with head bandages. It's going to be hard to fix your hair.
In the house, and the explosion came.
Hit by glass. Like, this kid is not going to trust a window ever again. Look at the side eye she's giving the camera lens. Everything glass is her enemy.
Glass came through the window and it hit her head. I was at work, so my mom, my nephew, and my son was here. And they called me at work, and I could hear my mom barely breathing and my granddaughter hollering, our house, our house.
Our house in the middle of the street is the only one still standing, as you can see. Fucking Jesus. Johnny, rewind about 1 minute to a guy going through the rubble. I think I saw an ATF shirt. That would confirm meth. Ooh, thank you for that.
And we understand 2 others remain in the hospital this morning. Neighbors still reeling, trying to process all of this. Many are staying in hotels and receiving shelter and help from the American Red Cross.
For this,
investigators say at
ATF
least
guy.
20 homes and properties sustained damage, 90% deemed to be unsafe. Fire crews were out here checking the area, but they
ATF, we have a winner. Nice catch, Brian.
We got one!
Meth! It was meth. It was, oh my God, it was meth. Pranks 12, oh my God. Brian, there! Ding, 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 St. Aaron. Yeah, I played the We Got One. This should be an eye-opening event for the black community to change the batteries. Right? This meth explosion could have been avoided if you guys would have just heard the goddamn smoke detector chirping. It's all we needed. When I think meth, I imagine a bald guy with a beard and a guy with a beanie. Right? That is what I am still very unhappy about. That is what Breaking Bad has done to us as a society. It has ruined us to thinking that meth is only a white man's game. And that's so racist of us. Well, clearly they can't be making meth. It requires the use of chemistry. Huh. Next, you're going to tell me they can add. Oh, dear Lord, sir. So Brian was right. Lexi saying, yeah, Brian, nailed it. When I think meth, I think Hitler. Atomic Ray, look, I've heard it said by one person only that, in his opinion, before the meth, Hitler was a good dude. You know, like a guy you'd want to go, you know, fishing with. St. Caesar, the home insurance is a no-go if drugs are found there, right? Oh, it's way more than that. Not only is the home insurance a no-go, like you're arrested, you're charged with a whole bunch of shit. I mean, everybody else's home insurance, I don't know. But yeah, like in terms of yours, I feel like if no. Then being able to add was never a question. They can get money. Why? It was a joke. You're leaning too hard in. Notice how if it was a white neighborhood, they would have said it was a drug. Oh, yeah. They would have said it was a drug den. They would have said it was a drug den and clearly due to drug trafficking and things like that. They won't just paint this community that way. I will say this, though. That's a mighty big explosion for no reported gas leaks, no gas line that's faulted. Yeah, that's a pretty big fucking explosion. Something in my eye. Okay, so advanced chemistry. If there's a spike in meth usage, it is known as a meth explosion. No, I feel like that. I mean, you could call it a meth explosion. We're guessing, by the way. We don't know that this home in Louisiana is now a fucking pancake due to meth. It just seems very... like, it's either because of meth or because the person who lived there was a secret agent and the bad guys came with an airstrike to get him. And I don't think that second one happened. Pretty sure I'm just pulling that out of True Lies.
Say they found no problems with their gas line and nobody reported smelling gas before the explosion. But one woman on nearby Davie Drive says that the blast sent glass flying into her home, injuring her 5-year-old granddaughter. She wasn't home at the time of the explosion.
And they called me at work, and I could hear my mom barely breathing and my granddaughter hollering, our house, our house.
Oh, that's where the part where I paused it to do the our house bit, and then he told me, all right, so we're pretty caught up there. All right, good. All right, when I mean ATF was just there to get the proof out of the way that they let them do that for so long to create the community. I know the chemistry. They stored the ingredients with the cooks. Nobody walked out of the house without half a fave. Okay. Don't know what you're talking about. ATF, yep. All right, caught up there. Drone strikes. Those tenants were watching the juice. Atomic Ray, I don't think so. I really don't think that this was an Israeli drone strike. They would have hit the entire neighborhood for the one family and then said they were sorry. Okay? And let's be clear. Israeli drone strikes don't like damage houses as collateral damage. They flatten all of them and a hospital and they go, well, we had to for our safety. It's not hard to cook. No, it's not. ATF was just there to. Yep, we covered that. Boop, 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 boop. So yeah, it's not terribly. Well, if it were difficult to do, nobody would. Right, where's this close? So yeah, I'm going meth. It seems like the chat's pretty unanimous. We're all going. That was a meth house, and it went boom. Lab glass was $5. Our house was in the middle of the street, and that street, and that street. And that street over there. Our house in the middle of the street and in your front yard, as you can see. Our house covering the whole block. Our house hit neighbors like a rock. I don't know. What do you want from me? I didn't see a chicken restaurant or an underground factory anywhere around there. Yeah, that's what I've learned. Don't you need like a car wash or like a chicken? I'll say this: the chicken restaurant one was kind of ingenious because they just brought it in the batter and then they used the batter. It's just our house is all over the street. That's not bad, AP. That one works. That one works. It fits. I want to know what kind of drugs the person doing the subtitles is doing. I don't know. I think those are AI, aren't they? So whatever drugs AI use, electricity. We have 4 or 5 stories yet still to do. A couple things to talk about. Minnesota being stupid is unfortunately on the list. We've got Governor Walz making an ass of himself. Nothing new, I know, but still, he did that. We've got the DNC summer meeting and kicking off with the biggest empty gesture of all that I can't stand. So we'll talk about that as well. We have a sad story about a Ukrainian woman escaping the war. She left Ukraine. She fled to America to escape the war. And she fled to North Carolina, and then we've got some bad news for you. And then we also have the whole reason for the title of the show today, which is we can't have nice jeans, because there is a new controversy once again about jeans and the horrible racist messages it says. All right. Can't wait to find out. I'll say this. I've never had a bigger hard-on while being a racist than these jeans ads, because you could tell me they're racist or whatever, but I'm like, that lady's hot, all right? And they poured her into those jeans, and I'm like, bada boom. So what do you want from me? It's not a race thing. I'm a guy, and I would plow that like a snowy road. Like, that's what it is. That's where it's at. Okay, so we have about 2.5 hours left in the program here. Thank you for being here. Our goal is on Thursday. It's $40 after we add everything up. I got to check Rumble, actually, and see where that's at. How far away are we from that? We might be getting... Let's check that one. Oh, yeah, we're over halfway there, so we're at like $30. That's great. Awesome. I thought you were going to say fled from the Ukraine and went to Gaza. At this point, she might have, but yeah. It's not quite that bad. New Orleans, though, isn't a meth city. Is the message that Sydney's jeans are now coming off? I wish. No, AP. This actually has nothing to do with Sydney Sweeney or Eagle Jeans. This has to do with Gap Jeans. And they made their own ad to make a thing. Well, as long as they keep making 9 Kampf jeans, I'm good. I think you mean Mein Kampf jeans, and... they never made those. Men are attracted to good genes since pretty much the dawn of time. Actually, it's not that men are attracted to good genes. It's that all creatures in nature on this planet, this is a scientific fact, they are actually attracted to symmetry. There are no like fucking clusterfuck, chudly fucking animals in the animal kingdom. Why? Because the chudly bugs, birds, bees, animals, all those... they don't get the breeding that the symmetrical ones do. And symmetry in biological organisms is impossible. You'll never achieve 100% symmetry. But the closer you get to that 100% symmetry, the more of a perfection it is seen as for you, for your health of your genes in your body. So are we falling into the Gap models gap? AP, no, you're apparently very thirsty. It's not quite there. We'll get to that in a minute. I almost want to do it, but now everybody's all piping up about it. We'll tease it a little bit. So we got a little bit of a thing to do about local stuff. We'll start with Tim Walz. He was at the DNC event in... actually, no, we won't start with him. We'll start with this. The DNC had an event called the DNC Summer Meeting, and it was in Minnesota. And the problem I have with the DNC Summer Meeting in Minnesota, twofold. One, it starts with this. Let's go to this. This is the opening DNC meeting. Democratic National Committee Chair Ken Martin saying this fucking bullshit. That's up. Okay, and
Who is from the Saginaw Ojibwe Nation, and she's going to deliver our land acknowledgement today. Lindy.
Bonjour, Lindy Somek, Nindichinikas, Amek Dodam, Saginaw Chippewa Dojaba, Anishinaabe Kwe and Dow. Good morning, DNC members, friends, and relatives. Let's talk about the land for a second.
let's talk about the land. You know, the thing we took from your ancestors didn't give back to you in any way, shape, or form and forced you to live on reservations. But no, we're going to hold up all of this to say this happened once upon a time. Could you imagine if we did this shit in, like, Europe? Like, if before they ever get anything done, people in, like, Norway have to acknowledge all the raping and pillaging they did when they got on their boats all those years ago? It's boobs and ass. Nice try with the symmetry, babble, says Wild Saffron. Wild Saffron, tell me of any guy that's willing to hit it if those boobs are lopsided, or same for her butt. Again, a toned butt and a nice rack. Symmetry. It's a thing. She ate the land. Well, she ate the food that the land provided. Need volume. Never mind. It was my keyboard. No, this is also very, very quiet. In the current political climate, DNC stands for does not count unless it votes for a Somalian person. Oh. I got bad news for you. In Minnesota, we proved that Somalian people can't get votes, so does not count is totally a thing. Boobs, yes, but no.
The DNC acknowledges and honors the Dakota Oyate, the Dakota people, who are the original stewards of the lands and waters of Minneapolis.
Right. But we took it from you. We ain't giving it back. What does any of this do? And by the way, in terms of, like, people, most areas of people, like, they came in and somebody was there, or groups of people travel and mix, they change, they go other places. There's very few places where it's like, well, there was nobody here, and then we came here and developed it. Plus, that's the other thing. I don't mean to be a dick. You weren't doing a whole lot with it when we showed up. Like, you should say thank you. Let's be honest. But these land acknowledgement things are just a complete circle jerk tug of, hey, guys, so look, we want to say that where we are now is great, but the way we got here, kind of dog shit. So we're going to beat ourselves up and have somebody who's an ancestor of people that we stole, beat, cheated out of, and just flat out bought land off of, and now they're going to sit there and guilt trip us about it for 5 minutes.
The Dakota cared for the lands, lakes, and the Wakatonka, the Great River, the Mississippi River, for thousands of years before colonization. This land was not claimed or...
So wait a minute. You had this place for thousands of years and you didn't put up any defenses. You didn't think, like, so you just let them take it from you? That's not our fault.
Traded. It's a part of a history of broken treaties and promises.
Right, and you were dumb enough to fall for all of them. I want to know, for all of your part of a history of broken treaties and promises, what does this fix for that? What does this fix? Like, no, we should teach this in schools. We should keep this as a fact. But what does this actually fix?
In many ways, we still live in a system built to suppress Indigenous peoples' cultural and spiritual history. As Democrats, we feel the best way to do this is to pay it lip service only and then move the fuck on. Kind of like that clip. Because again, that no land acknowledgement ends with, and then we gave the land back. No. And nobody gets un-R-worded or unmurdered in the history of all of the racial persecution. None of it gets undone. It all totally happened. But we wasted a whole bunch of time in a place that means nothing to go, well, but we took it from the Indians. There's stupid fucks that thought rocks are super pretty. So the governor of North Dakota replaces walls. Good deal. I wouldn't mind. It's almost like native tribes were killing each other over the land. They totally were, AP. Mussolini cared for the environment with what? Sticks and stones? Yeah, that is the misnomer that somehow Indians were conservationists and environmentalists. They didn't have any fucking technology. They didn't have the ability. They didn't have coal burning power, and they just chose not to use it because they knew there was a better way. No, they thought that shit was wizardry. You want proof? Firearms. Guess what Indians wanted as soon as they found out they were real and they could get their hands on them? Boomsticks, baby. And that's because they saw the use of the technology. If they had steamboats and fucking coal power plants and all that shit, they might have developed a very different nation. But instead, they were content to sit in their teepee and shoot buffalo with bows and arrows. So whose fault is it? Is it really our fault that they like shiny rocks and fire water? Oh my God, Mr. Q. These people weren't even useful enough to be our slaves. Well, they did give Hong Kong back. No, Britain did. Britain gave Hong Kong back. But Hong Kong was full of people of Chinese descent. Like the demographics didn't change. And it wasn't because they kept doing land acknowledgments like, we acknowledge that this was once a Chinese province and territory colonized by British people. Like, they didn't do any of that. Plus, I'd argue that my understanding of the situation is all of those people in Hong Kong would very much like to go back to the British rule side of things. Like, we like it when we can interact with China on, like, a bad boyfriend, like, thing. Like, when we're hot and itching for it, we can go get it even though that we know it's bad. But then the rest of the time, we can back the fuck off and call the cops. They speak... how do these fucks get into politics? Bullies with privilege based on their dysfunction? Okay. I think there's a thing called the noble savage myth. Yeah, that is a thing. Wild Saffron, I agree. Oh. They speak with no context of the times. We should have gone Attila the Hun on them. All I'm saying is the whole land acknowledgement thing is a completely empty, baseless fucking virtue signal. It, again, nobody that's doing it means anything by it. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. It's not like these land acknowledgement things even draw attention to things, because no, they're just repeating shit we already know. So I would say what are we doing this for is always what I get to. But anyhow, so that's been going on in Minnesota, and of course it's the Minnesota DNC would not be an event for the Democrats without Tim Walz. And Tim Walz has this thing that he has wanted to do for a while where he wants people to think he's a tough guy. And he absolutely isn't. My dough ass and broken legs could handle him. But, like, he's not a tough guy. He's a complete beta male, and he's trying to play it off. And he has been for a while. And really, in my opinion, the most beta male thing he's ever done, and you can't unfuck this chicken. The most beta male thing he ever did was run for governor, insisting he would serve his time in the military if elected, and once elected, immediately bailed on all of his unit and all the people he served with, like a week before shipping out. Just an absolute dirtbag dog shit thing to do, and he done did it. So. Anyways, yeah. So I don't trust him as an alpha male or anything else. Apparently, he said he's not running for president, which is why I don't get why are we doing this? If you're not running for president, why are you putting this in The Last Waltz? Natives made for horrible slaves. They knew the land better than those that enslaved them. The solution: import them. I suppose that wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to. Native Americans have casinos, says Red Scooper. Yeah, it was all worth it for the casinos. I'm sure that's what they would say, too. I don't think so. Anyhow, this is a short clip, and I don't get, I wish it was a longer clip, because I don't get the fucking level of vitriol he has here. Like, they're not, whatever.
Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid friggin' red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure.
Think of how easy it would be to a goddamn Democrat. You guys are all dumb, and we gerrymandered the district with a whole bunch of, I don't know, fucking third world imports, so I get to stay in power whether or not my state likes me or not. Think of how easy it would be to be a Democrat. Oh, I'm going to say the coronavirus is a horrible pandemic, and I'm going to take emperor-like fascist dictatorial powers to shut down local businesses, restaurants, and mom-and-pop shops, and I'm going to hold on to those powers without rhyme or reason until they come for the fucking purse strings. Fuck you.
It's cruel. Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, the felon in the White House? Yeah, listen.
Buddy, I wouldn't talk. The felon in the White House? Fucking goddamn it. This from the same guy whose attorney general is really tied up in that Feeding Our Future scandal that defrauded the government. I don't think I'd talk about crooks in the government, sir. You've pulled more than a few hinky things. And I'm not even talking about the stolen valor bullshit you did for years until you became a VP. Or wait, did I just mention it?
Listen to him and that will be fine. Now he's talking about burning flags. He's going to have flag burning or whatever. Because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it that are going to get burned.
No, he isn't. And you know what you're doing, you lying sack of shit. That law is being put in place because people are burning Israeli flags, and they can't just out and out go, look, guys, America's a wholly owned subsidiary of Israel Corp, and we can't allow you to burn their flags. They're just not cool with it. So they're putting it on a American flag thing. And by the way, am I wrong? Who's putting Trump's picture on a flag? Is anyone flying a picture of Trump's flag? I'll say this. I'm for flag burning for one reason. If I could burn flags that are hanging off fucking trucks, because I don't care what you believe. I don't care if it's a pride flag, a fucking MAGA flag, Joe Biden, Donald Trump 2024. I don't care what the fucking flag says. Vehicles that drive around with shit tons of flags draped off the back of them like some sort of extra from a Mad Max movie. I want to burn those fucking flags. I want to light all of them on fire. Flag burning is legal, says AP. Right. He's not even properly listing the context. Again, it's this weird, he wants to be an alpha male. So he's calling out people who wear red hats and flag burning because that got mentioned recently. It's just so bad. Prey X12 bought and paid for. Oh, yeah. Prey X12. There is so much stink on that is he a CCP spy fire that I'm amazed they let him run for president. But then again, I mean, in this particular case, or not president, vice president. In this particular case, the other side of the fence apparently seems to be just as CCP friendly. We're going to import 600,000 of China's people here to go to colleges and schools, and absolutely no way risk any threat. I like the Gadsden flag. It has a picture. It has a picture Keanu on it. I think I get what you're trying to say, and I just. Yeah. Okay. That's what you see. Okay. Good for you. I like the Gadsden flag because of the premise. And I like what is it? Decoy Voice's Gadsden shirt that he said, and it's anyways. You know what? Fuck me. I don't care. Anyhow, let's close this. Tim Walz flipping out. Do we have any more clips about it? Oh wait, nope. Never mind. We have a couple of clips. I thought there was just the one. Oh boy. Open link in new window. Ah, no, I mean new tab, not window. Meh. Open link in new tab and link in new tab. Okay, so I guess that wasn't it. Oh boy. He got into Kamala's wine closet. He was feeling himself. So he's calling Republicans fascists. Let's hear about this.
Each and every one of us are unified around the idea that this cruelty must end. This slow rolling attempt at undermining democracy. And I always get in trouble for it, and I'll continue to say it. I don't think we do any favors when we don't name it. These are fascist policies meant to take away.
These are fascist policies. You know, fascist policies like completely seizing the control of your state and not relinquishing it at all for any other reason than the fact they came for the checkbook. I mean, yeah, dude. I'll say this. Tim Walz knows fascism because he's been trying to enforce it in this state since he got elected. And when what a lot of people would consider the majority of this state said they didn't want him, he went, you know what? Those are dumb rocks and cows, folks. I'm going to continue sticking to the gerrymandered districts of these two city centers that pulls me through the election and tell the rest of you to fuck off. Right, buddy? Right. Again, the problem is there are fascist-like things, like the militarization that's happening in streets in Chicago and D.C. and stuff like that. But again, that stuff's only happening because you guys made these places such shit shows. Those are literally the only solutions left because they can't turn to the governor. They can't turn to the Justice Department of the state because those are the people making the problems. It's a very catch-22. AP, we're not a democracy, never have been, never will be. But yet, my point is, again, this is the pot and the kettle when you're calling people a fascist. When you're someone who has been enforcing laws and beliefs, or laws and rules based on your beliefs and opinions that your constituents don't share, and you force those on people, when you do things like take control of the government and the state legislature, and you hold on to that control for over a year, literally unlimited powers, and you don't give that up until finally the legislatures go, no, the people have had enough of your dictatorial reign, and we're going to come after the budget. If you keep holding on to your unilateral, unrestricted powers, we're going to come after your budget and your money. And as soon as they were coming after the money, he shut that shit down. And then when we get done with all this, we keep finding, spoiler alert, all these scandals about all of these government programs that handed out at this time that were getting taken advantage of. I guarantee you he was dipping in on that. Tim Walz isn't a fascist, but he seems eerily way too familiar with what a fascist is for some reason, says Mussolini Div. Agreed. He is using fascism to complain about fascism. Okay.
That is what they are.
That is what they are. All right. So you know what? I'm sure this next clip won't make you look like an idiot. Keep in mind, the guy who just said that the people he doesn't like are fascists also managed to utter this statement.
Time was stand beside someone we know was the most qualified and would have been a fantastic president in a President Harris.
Are you about to say President Harris was the most qualified? Dude, President Harris was the immediate bail to because Joe Biden was deemed too brain dead to run. Okay? President Harris was who they called in because the other guy was literally a vegetable. Like, this is not... You can support it. I get it. You ran for the team and you want to carry the water for the team. Let's be honest. Most qualified? She looks like she was drunk on a wine mom all the time. Like... What was her platform? Oh yeah, women's rights were on the ballot. Do you guys want to, Tim? You want to know one thing that was completely not on the ballot? Like you can say whatever you want about immigration. You can say whatever you want about the Middle East. You could say whatever you want about the economy and the state of affairs in America. Do you want to know one thing right now that would be absolutely 110% the exact same if Kamala Harris got elected? Women's rights. The damage done by that bomb already happened. You can't unfuck that mushroom cloud, okay? You can't do it. You guys didn't codify Roe v. Wade anytime you had the chance because you liked running on it as a boogeyman, and it bit you in the ass. And I'm sorry, like I said, you can't unfuck that mushroom cloud. Maybe you can shuck it, but it's over. Where is Emperor Biden at now? Oh, Emperor Biden, Emperor Biden is kicking back, enjoying all the money he embezzled through the Ukrainian scam. So that's where Emperor Biden is. I'm not worried about Emperor Biden. I'm worried about America's wine mom, Kamala Harris, and this guy's delusion that she was the best candidate for the job. So what you're saying is, if you like not having to pay a landlord because your apartment complex is owned by a Central American gang, you could keep it. What's the what? All right, no. Tell me about the dreamland of Kamala Harris wins the election.
President Harris, and look.
All right, before we do this, I just have to say this. Either he doesn't buy this bullshit, which I hate to say this, I hope he doesn't. But if he does buy this bullshit, then this is every bit the proof of why you guys lost the election in the first place. You don't understand what reality is. See, reality is a word, okay? And a lot of us use words to describe things, okay? So when we get down to it, when we say reality, we're talking about a thing, okay? And we all know my record. I've talked about things. Fucking Kamala Harris was that person. No offense. Kamala Harris was not the best candidate, was not the best choice, was not a better presidential option than Donald Trump. And the reason for that being is because she wasn't picked for that. She was thrust in it last minute because, again, they put Grandpa Joe on TV and he didn't do so well. And suddenly, the cat we had been screaming about for months was blatantly out of the bag.
We wouldn't wake up every day to a bunch of shit on TV and a bunch of nonsense. We would wake up to an adult with compassion and dignity and vision and leadership.
And that adult would be screaming, hey, get the hell out of that car. Like, fucking, do you realize, again, no. What we would be waking up to is higher prices. We would be waking up to the immigration issue still completely out of control. And we'd still be Israel's bitch, so that would still be a thing. Globally, what would be different? We wouldn't have any of this tariff crap going on, so I don't know where any of that would land. Didn't Harris want communist-style price controls to reduce inflation? Possibly. But again, these assholes believe that those things will work. If they just control prices, if they just demand prices go and stay at a certain point and they don't pay any regard to anything else, Harris's political career could be known as knowing what to do with things thrust at her. I'd say thrust upon, but you're hitting the right note. And I don't mean this like people like, oh, you're ripping on Kamala Harris. No, I'm not ripping on Kamala Harris. I'm saying Kamala Harris failed as a presidential candidate specifically for one reason. She wasn't supposed to be one. She wasn't supposed to be one. She was picked as a VP to sell a ticket of equality. She wasn't picked based on her political skills. She wasn't picked based on her resume. She was picked based on her ability to match a specific color and gender on a swatch card. And when you put that person in that position with no intent of making them run as a primetime pony, and then in the 11th hour go, hey, look, we've really clusterfucked this into a fucking shit show. In 4 years, we have completely eroded all the good faith we started with, and it is gone to the point where we can't even lie anymore. So we're gonna have you pull this dumpster fire out of this whole thing and save it in the last minute. No, you can't do that. DEI didn't earn it. I'm not even gonna go with didn't earn it. I'm just gonna go with, again, is it? Well, I suppose that's didn't earn it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna nitpick it. Fine, didn't earn it. It's fine. Would be funny if the CCP sent Tim Walz to a re-education camp for losing the election. Oh, dude, the CCP had no vested interest in Tim Walz being picked and run as a candidate. They don't care that he lost the election. He's still doing... Tim Walz is doing the job he's supposed to be doing right now. He's fucking over this state. And I'm very worried about the ways he's doing that. If he got to be VP, I'm sure they would have enjoyed that. But if they really wanted him to be VP or president, they'd make him run again. And he said he isn't running. So I don't know if I believe this or not. He said he's not running for president again. Strippers got me banned saying Biden's own words when picking a woman, a VP candidate said it will be a woman of color. Right. So immediately when picking a candidate, and this is a thing I know that we as a society call it misogynistic and racist. No. I want presidential candidates going, the VP will be the best person I can find for the job, the most qualified person for the job. Will that be a white man? Is he the most qualified? Then yes. I don't care what color they are. I care about the quality of work they do. And this is a problem. I'm not saying it with anybody else. I know VPs are largely political ticket picks to help sell the ticket. But still, Kamala Harris was a VP pick much in the same regards as, not Nancy Pelosi, fuck me. What's Sarah Palin? Much like the Republicans picked Sarah Palin to help sell a Republican ticket by picking a golly shucks darn lady, they picked Kamala Harris. You know what the difference is? Harris's ticket won when they picked her. I guarantee you, if we had not Cheney, god damn it, what's his nut? If we'd had what's his nut and Palin in office, she would have been every bit the kind of vice president that Kamala Harris would have been. Except, a lot of people thought she was hot and they wanted to fuck her. Yeah, but Sarah was hot and had big jugs. See what I mean? I didn't even get to finish my thought, and Rabbi Smoothie here. Yeah, but Sarah was hot and had big jugs. Yeah, and supposedly, if you believe the rumors, Kamala Harris rocked a few jocks to get where she is today. So all I'm saying is, again, you largely have the same person. You largely have the same thing. We picked a lady because she was a lady, and that was our starting point. The problem is they didn't bother to follow up on whether or not that lady was a good pick in terms of being able to do the goddamn job. Anyways. All right, so yeah, Tim Walz, again, the guy that lost the election, says, hey, if we had won, things would be so much better. We'd live in a world and we wouldn't wake up to crap every day. You mean crap like illegal immigrants getting deported? Because I'm sorry, a lot of people voted for that. And it's your Rabbi Smoothie. Yeah, I'm a simple man. Aren't we all, sir? Aren't we all? Well, thank you, simple man or not, for hanging out with us. We're going until 4:30 today. Our goal is at $40 for Wednesday. Or not, fuck you. $40 for Do you want to join? What? Well then, I'll put my leg back up. I just took it down. Fine. If it makes you happy, cat. Who was VP under Joe Biden? I don't remember what they did or anything, or what they were about. No, that was Kamala Harris. That was the VP under Joe Biden. The VP is barely needed ever, probably too. Palin did a great job as governor of Alaska. Did she, though? Or was it just the governor of Alaska job is easy enough to handle that her and her oil executive boyfriend could fucking keep it under wraps? So I don't know. And that's not to say that they couldn't find a woman of color who would have been a good choice. I just don't think they wanted. I don't think they wanted a woman of color who would have been a good choice, lest they create a sensational, like, fucking, cult of personality figure like Donald Trump. What? Why are you never happy, Al? We're doing a show. Fuck it. Anyways, there we go. Did Al hump the dog? I'm guessing he did. Now he's back. He's back. Al is crying that Taylor Swift is engaged now. She's engaged? I didn't hear that. Pet your damn cat. He didn't jump in my lap. I can't, end the program to chase him. He's faster than I am still. All right, come on. Come on, buddy. They literally are asking for you to join the program. Hey, everybody, it's Al. There's the cat. All right. There we go. We have 2 hours left in the program. Thank you for being here. We're done with the Tim Walz thing. Again, it's embarrassing. You want to fucking say that this guy, that you don't like what he's doing, whatever, but don't tell me he's a fascist when he's doing things he said that he would do that people voted for, when you literally were a fascist doing things that nobody voted for you to do and nobody asked you to do, and you didn't stop doing them until they threatened you. So again, that's way more fascist. What the fuck was that? Al, what did you do? All right. Anyways, Mussolini, who was Kamala Harris will be a daily double question in about 20 years. You know what? Possibly. Very, very possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's gross. You know what? I'm gonna maybe look into that story in a little bit. All right, let's do this. So here's for the reason for the name of the show today. There's a Gap commercial, and people are not happy about it. Let's go to this. There, unmuted, and play.
Gap is hoping that its milkshake brings all the customers to the yard.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
The clothing company has a viral commercial featuring girl group Cat's Eye. The ad hits all the sweet spots for the TikTok generation. Cat's Eye is a girl group that was formed on a reality show. It's got a hit song from the early 2000s, Milkshake by Khalees, and a dance that people are dying to learn the steps to. Now, we're hearing a lot about jeans these days.
All right. Why is one of the people a dude? No offense, that's not a dude thing. That's not even a dude dance. Kelsey proposed, so he really is into girls that look like 10-year-old boys. Gross. Oh.
And the timing of this commercial is really stirring conversation because of American Eagle and their controversial ad with
So let me
Sydney
get this
Sweeney.
straight. So this is controversial because a bunch of hot girls of different ethnicities are dancing in jeans? How fucking easily triggered are you? This is, again, where I have to fucking tip my hat to the Eagles jeans people. They upset so many people with this.
Which has sparked a lot of backlash. But when it comes to the Gap ad, it seems like they just stuck to the tried and true. They've been doing these types of ads for almost 30 years, featuring a monochromatic background.
So what the fuck does it matter? Again, I just feel like now we can't. Nope, it's because they're not fat. They need to. The dude is gay. Yeah, that was kind of the joke, Red Scooper. I was just saying. Make a milkshake dance for Friday fun today. No, I can't stand well enough to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, sir. We seem to be slowed up on the Twitch thing. I hope Twitch is still running fine. We're going in for another 2 hours. Again, that's what the fuck. Like this isn't something that should be going viral and stirring up controversy.
Lots of fun, dancers, and of course a song that everybody can groove to. It feels as comfy as an old.
Oh, I know. Is it because now that they're not white ladies, now we're fetishizing? That's one of the things I don't understand. So I'm supposed to have white guilt, and I can't take any pride in white people. But if I take pride in other races, now I'm fetishizing. So you're just saying what? I'm not supposed to be happy as a white person? This is weird. About 5s to Sweeney's 9. I'll say this: the lady, you're nitpicky. The ladies were cute. You're taking out your rage on something that technically milkshakes can make you fat, though. Oh, everybody's gonna. Technically, I don't see any milk to be shook. All A cups. Oh, he didn't say technically. He said I didn't. That's what happens when you read 2 comments at the same time, sir. Screws shit up. So yeah, we have that. Oh my God, we're halfway through the second hour. We have our last first hour story. Love that feeling. Just a good feeling when you get ahead like that. I can't wait for this Friday to get here fast enough because of this fucking facial fur bullshit. I'm pulling at my face like I have nervous tics, and not like the bug, like whatever. Now I just want ice cream, says Mr. Q. Yeah. Now I just want an Asian woman. What? No. Yeah, no. So I don't know why that shouldn't be controversial. I'll say this: the hot take the Sydney Sweeney had wasn't controversial. It wasn't controversial. So anyhow, our last story for the first hour, kind of, we're gonna try and be a little less depressing, more fun as we go on. So we'll have be funny if the shaving didn't get ticked off on the wheel. Well, the shaving is going to be in patches and spurts, and if it doesn't get ticked off on the wheel, it doesn't matter. Guess what I'm doing immediately after the show's over? Like, I'm trimming the fucking beard hair, and I'm trimming my beard like I've been wanting to do for over a week. At this point, sir, Friday is the end date. It doesn't matter if it's on the show or not. I could give a shit. It's just it ends. It ends then. This fucking facial hair torture ends then. Ethnic diversity, unless it is mandatory in the job place, it doesn't happen. Well, that's because people don't naturally go, like, people are not like water or air and then they diffuse and just spread everywhere. No. Like, a lot of people are going to stay in areas they feel safe and familiar, and that's not any criticism of anyone else. It's just a simple fact of human nature. People feel more safe and more familiar around people similar to them in appearance. It's just the way they work. Friday is Johnny's endgame, kind of. Friday is a day where I will stand. I will attempt to not fall over. And we'll have drinking and the doctor and the lipstick stuff and who knows what else. The spicy, we'll do shots of hot sauce. I've got the tuna and banana pregnant lady food combo thing. We'll throw that on there. That'll suck, so it'll be a good time. Johnny should do the truffle shuffle. That would require me to be... I can't stand. Like, well, I can't move when I stand. Like, I can't do the truffle shuffle, sir. We need to get the ivermectin next Friday first. I can't wait to talk next week after we start taking ivermectin. I wonder if it'll work, how fast, like, kind of thing. I got this hope that I'll be, like, better by the weekend. I don't think it'll be that quick. All right. Anyways, let's go to this other story. This is our last first hour story. It's a little sad. A lady left Ukraine, the war in Ukraine, attempting to find a better life. She went to North Carolina. How'd it go?
Tonight, we're getting more information and learning more about the victim in a deadly stabbing last week on the rail line.
23-year-old Irina Zarutska was killed Friday night in a busy part of South End.
WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre has more on how her friends are remembering her tonight.
How long was she here? Did she even have time to make friends? I mean, she's a hot blonde Ukrainian lady. I bet there was a line. But still, how many friends did she really have?
23-year-old Irina Zarutska moved here for...
Are you trying to look professional or not? Because the hat is really killing it with the dress looking professional thing. And this also looks like your dress cuts out your cleavage, but your boobs are too big, so you're wearing a bra. I don't understand anything that's going on with these clothing choices. Did you not get told you would be on camera today, ma'am?
Peace, looking for a fresh start from her war-torn country of Ukraine. But unfortunately, she was met by tragedy. Family and friends of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska.
I could care less, St. Caesar, about fucking Thunderbolts. Bo Cephas asking, did you find Bean Boozled? No, where do I find Bean Boozled? Johnny should eventually advertise how good ivermectin is on Rumble Fridays. YouTube still doesn't like ivermectin. Well, maybe I'm trying to, like, improve some things. Maybe I should start doing some stuff like that. That's not a bad idea. Thank you for that suggestion. Why the hell would you go to Charlotte? They need to send the National Guard to Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, they're threatening Chicago first, but I don't know. Is it really that bad in Charlotte?
Heartbroken.
We just had a harder goal. She was a sweetheart, and it makes me sick to think that she's gone.
Zarutska fled Ukraine to escape the dangers of war.
Life was like it is right now, just bombing daily, depending on what province you're in, and you don't know if you're going to live to breathe another day.
But Friday,
Hey, but don't worry. You can get that same exact experience on the 7 line in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then you just look it up. It's a candy for Friday Fun Day. Lots of flavors. It's more about accessibility than anything. But what was that called? What was the thing he told me to look up? Bean Boozled. We'll look up that in a minute.
South End, she found herself in another battle. CMPD says Krutches was stabbed to death.
All of this is part of the crime scene right now. It did occur on the actual train, yes.
Police charge 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown, who has a lengthy criminal history in connection to her death. It's not clear
What? You mean he wasn't just up and minding his own business when she called him and he had to defend him? So you're saying this guy might have just hurt anybody. It didn't matter who it was, whether it was Ukrainian or not. Oh, weird. Carlos Ramirez, usual suspects? I don't know. Bocephus, Amazon. Well, that's good. If the ivermectin doesn't work, what about if the ivermectin doesn't work? If the ivermectin doesn't work, I'm right back where I am now, except I tried something different. Probably should have warned her about the dangers of the U.S. It is like the Ukrainian minus the bombs. It's like the Ukraine minus the bombs. Really? I want to disagree with you. I want to disagree with you.
Led to her stabbing, and if the two even knew each other. As the investigation continues.
So wait, you're telling me this guy might have up and just stabbed some random lady and they never even knew each other?
Loved ones say they are shocked and left searching for answers.
I'll say this, I wouldn't have. It's a pretty lady.
She's somebody that abided by the law and doesn't get to live another day to even try.
Brown was also hurt.
But hey, thank God we have so many people in this country that are so worried about people who didn't abide by the law and are here illegally, and we're all worried about whether or not they get to see another day. Johnny will be out spreading some Christmas cheer. What? If the ivermectin doesn't work, I'll be out spreading Christmas cheer? That makes 0 sense. So wait a minute, I become Kris Kringle because I can't walk? I think you have me confused with Christopher Reeves.
In the incident and was taken to the hospital. Once released, he will be formally charged. Now, Zarutska's family friend did start a GoFundMe page to help the family, and you can find that link on our mobile app.
All right, great, cool. Did you get a prescription for the Mectin? AP, that's happening on next Friday. I have a appointment to see my doctor next Friday. I'm attempting to go through the hospital and through the doctors first before we just jump on and take this stuff. But otherwise, yeah, we'll figure out a way. People were shocked that a man with a long criminal history committed a crime. Yeah, it turns out that if people keep committing crimes and you don't keep them incarcerated, they have a tendency to feel like they can just keep committing crimes, as evidenced by one dead Ukrainian lady. Now I'm curious about these Bean Boozled. Let's look up Bean Boozled. Bean Boozled. Bean Buzzer? No, Bean Boozled. It's a game. Jelly Bean, Bean Boozled Jelly Beans game, new edition. It's a Bean Boozled 6th edition Jelly Beans. This is a game with jelly beans? I'm Jelly Bean, Bean Boozled Jelly Beans, 5th edition, new flavors, stinky socks. Oh my God. I don't want the Bean Boozled games, but the refill pouches might not be a bad idea. Original gourmet jelly beans. Caution, contains weird and wild flavors.
I might be all right for this. Ooh, they'll arrive by tomorrow? We'll do this. We'll get 2 of these and see what happens. We will place that order. There we go. All right, so we'll add the Bean Boozled to the list. Bean Boozled is a game with jelly beans meant to torture streamers. Well, the game, I didn't do the game. I just did the refill pouches. Because the game thing, like here, let me get this back over. Yeah. The game thing is like $20, and I don't understand how this works. Like, the jelly beans look disgusting. Cheers, Trivia Mania, In a Perfect World, Lights, Camera, Action. Yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Spinner included. 7th edition, new flavors. Yeah, I feel like we could just do the jelly beans. It was cheaper. Take the Bean Boozled challenge. This makes up for a great activity whenever you are hosting a party or reunion. Yeah, dude. This is like 5 game cards. Get the most out of the Jelly Beans Bean Boozled game with our tailored cards. Each contains the instructions for the game designed to enhance the jelly beans. Yeah, no, we'll just do the jelly beans themselves. And then if we can find, like, the fill-ins from Bean Boozled, because we got the 5th edition ones. Which one is this? This one's another one. Is this the same thing, the 5th edition one? No, this is 3rd edition. Bean Boozled bag. Nah, we'll go. We'll just go with the one we got. Game is dumb. Candy is really bad. LOL. Well, the candy is bad. That's kind of the idea. That's why we skipped the game and we ordered the candy. So we just ordered the candy. So I'm gonna have a collection of really f***ed up weird jelly beans in a bag. We'll just eat random jelly beans, and they literally guys. They listed wet socks as a flavor. Oh, I don't want to eat wet socks. Slower, whatever. Fuck off. The dude is... Oh, we covered that. Oh, dude, that's because I haven't scrolled down. How much you want to bet? Nope. I was wondering if our girl digger showed up. She never did. I miss her when she's not here. Viewers donate to have you consume one and enjoy your expression if it's a gross flavor. Well, Mussolini Diff, we've got the... we'll have the bags. They'll be on the spinner. It'll be on the wheel of torture. So people donate to get me to hit the wheel of torture, and we'll see what it lands on. Let's see. You just need a wheel with colors. Well, we have it. Spreading Christmas cheer equals butthole. Labglass, I don't know. Why does everything for you equal butthole? Always equals butthole. Cats love wet socks. Well-minded. They love wet socks. They love the flavor wet socks. I'm worried. All right, ivermectin is a prescription only in Minnesota, but there is a bill in progress to make ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine sold over the counter at pharmacies. Well, that would be nice. I certainly can't wait to hear what anyone's argument on why I can't have this is a Bean Boozled short. According to our buddy Brian the Science, let's find out.
Licorice. Spray or licorice?
I hate you, Brian. I hate you. That's gross. We miss here also. Great show, though. Well, thank you. Rotten fish and dog food are flavors. Well, I don't know whatever's in the 5th edition. We ordered 5th edition fucking Bean Boozled. Oh, let's go back. No, I don't want to remove the shortcut. I want to use the shortcut. Let's go to orders. What? Original gourmet jelly beans. Caution, contains wide and weird flavors. Do we have a better product description? What's in here? Variety of flavors. Yeah, this is just Jelly Belly. That's from the manufacturer. I want product design, product details. Do they have a list of all the flavors in there? Fiery 5. Wait a minute. Hold on. How hot can you handle? Sriracha, jalapeno, cayenne, habanero, Carolina Reaper. I might have to add one more to the list. Will they be here by tomorrow? When delivery Thursday, August 28th. If you order within 9 hours and 10 minutes. That's not tomorrow. That should be fine. If that gets here, we'll do that. All right, food or chocolate pudding. What? Nobody would buy it if they told you what was in it, says Rabbi Smooth. It's to fix the game. So I would think so. So let's place that order. There we go. We'll get those in. This is called your insides being turned to liquid death. Well, the idea is to be discomfortable. So what do you want from me, man? I'm just giving the people what they want. They want me to torture myself. That's the best we can do. That is the best that we could possibly do. Oh, and there's a dude, like, fucking vomit video. I didn't need to see that. Good Lord. We have about an hour and a half left in the program. Thank you for being here. We've got our second hour stories to get into. Let's delete this. There we go. Let's load that. Get our second hour stories pulled up here.
Last year.
All right. So, another Minnesota story. We're going to talk with locals at the Minnesota Fair about the new flag, because that's what we got to check on. We also have some news about what's going on in Hawaii. We have a massive storm that rolled through Arizona yesterday that we'll get to look at. I have a real-life Grand Theft Auto event that is quite funny and is getting talked about online. And in the ongoing story of MSNBC is growing a pair of balls since they got fucking neutered by getting dropped by NBC. What will eventually be known as MS Now decided to pick a fight with Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson from who was this? Joe Scarborough. Joe Scarborough decided to pick a kind of go after UMass. What's UMass? What's UMass, sir? What's UMass? It's called a haboob. Yeah, it's a haboob. It gemstone hip hop. It's meant to be mildly annoying. Your fault. You pushed it a week. LOLs. That is all. Dude, yeah, it's meant to be mildly annoying. And it is my fault that I pushed it a week. Sort of. But, you know. Oh, Mussolini diff. What did Mussolini diff? Asmongold's room should be a... Oh. Oh, don't... Why did I read that? Why did I didn't want to think about that. My brain didn't... No. No. Oh, Lord. The storm here. Yes, the storm is called a haboob. Asmund used... now... never went off. It just smelled off. Oh God, I'm making it worse for myself. No. Oh. Oh dear God. Gemstone saying, sorry, this is Digger at the neighbors, LMAO. So wait a minute, you're at the neighbors to steal their connection? You mean to tell me your neighbors don't just watch this show automatically because it's awesome and entertaining and I am fun and exciting? That's a shame. That is a shame. Gemstone Hip Hop, I will also say, your neighbors have a cooler name than you. And why are you at the neighbors? I thought you had things to do. Asmongold, what are you sleeping? Asmongold actually cleaned his room after he got suspended from Twitch a while back. Thank you, Saint Caesar, for a thrilling addition to a story nobody was asking about. We were having fun with the dirty room flavor thing. That was a thing. Like, but he cleaned it. Who cares? I almost vomited eating a Bean Boozled while going down a mountain. That doesn't make me feel very good about what we'll be doing this week. Because we will be adding, provided they arrive on time, we will be adding Bean Boozled to multiple spots on the wheel, and then we'll be adding Spicy Bean Boozled or Hot Bean Boozled, and we'll be taking those blind. So I can just keep these glasses on. I won't be able to see shit. All right, so we've got an hour and a half left in the program. Thank you for being here. Digger, good to see you. We worried about you. If you're just joining us, Bean Boozled added to the list. We have tuna and banana. I have to eat a banana mixed with tuna. So I have a package of tuna and a banana. So we'll put that in there. We'll have to eat that as a thing. That'll be gross as fuck. We've got the hot sauce. I might add the hot sauce to the tuna and banana at one point. We'll have that as a thing. Once the banana and tuna has been ordered and we mix and mash that up, we'll add hot sauce to it and we'll take bites of it. I'm probably going to vomit this Friday if things go according to plan. I really hope I'm getting paid money to do it. That's all. Bean Boozled should have a jizz flavor. Give it to Aaron and see if he likes it. Mussolini Diff, I'd never be able to pull that off because I'd be like, oh, no, they're weird flavored jelly beans. He'll be like, no, thank you. And then if I'd be like, oh, they're really good jelly beans, he'll be like, it is a good jelly bean, but it just tastes like jizz. And then I'd be like, see, I knew it. So it's I like the idea, but I don't think we'll get it to work. Okay, which thing? Oh, yes, we want to start with this. So Will Smith is getting destroyed online because he's been trying to regain his music career. And so he shared a video, and it's been getting him in trouble. We'll see if we can pause it at the right spots. So we're going to play this video. You can feel free to type into the chat to let me know if you see or hear anything worth spotting why he might have gotten some attention. And then, hold on just a sweet minute. Let's double check the Venmo and the PayPal to make sure we're not missing anybody on those platforms. No, we are not. How about the Cash App? And we're good. All right. How about trying durian fruit? It's about price and availability, sir. And I'll be honest with you, I spent money when I really rather not because times are getting a wee bit tight here at the end of the month. But I spent it in the hopes of using it to make money. And let's check that I'm not completely boned too bad with life. Any day now. Yeah, we're good. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Music carrier, he can't act anymore. Yeah, that's kind of why he's trying to revitalize his music career. The acting thing kind of died. He done slapped the shit out of his acting career. Well, of all the people in the world to do what he did. The audacity of this man. This is a shared video, supposedly, of Will Smith on tour. This is a story about how you challenged my son's life. Can he come on stage, please? Okay. I will always love you. That's sad. Take us back to Bel Air. Okay. We love you, Will. Oh, so that everybody just really loves him. Everyone just really loves him. I'm going to pause this right here. I'm going to wait if anyone picks up on it yet. Chevy GB saying, played the bean game once, got earwax, never again. Well, I've got the bags. I don't have the game. The bags are cheaper, and it's we're cutting to the end. Bro Cephas noticed it immediately. That's AI as fuck. What? Where do you get AI out of this? This dude said, you can make it help me survive cancer. Thanks, Will. And I gotta say, that must have been a weird fucking cancer, because whatever kind of cancer you got grew another person's hand out of your index finger. Mussolini Diff saying, I won't listen to a new Will Smith song unless he makes one about being a cuck. Well, he's already gay, so what do you want from him? Chris Rocks should have kept Will Smith's wife's name out his fucking mouth. That has zero to do with this. Zero. Jesse ESP, what the fuck? Yeah, the star who caused the AI internet controversy of Will Smith eating pasta thought, you know what we can do, and nobody will look too hard at it? We can use AI to lie about my tour. All right, where's the one with the fucked up faces? There we are. Is that it? Yeah, there's a couple of them. Oh, boy. All right, so these faces are really good. I would say it's a Zoom issue, but that doesn't make any sense. These faces are not so good. So the internet has been on his ass about it. AI is just really lame and gay, says St. Caesar. Well, I would say it's more funny about him not doing. That is what teenagers know about sitcoms that aired and stopped airing before they were born. Yeah, it was in Bel Air. That's all I know. Take us back to Bel Air. So yeah, so Will Smith, and again, how did he think he would get away with it? How did he think he could pull an AI video and nobody would notice? Again, you're the guy that got like AI infamous with the whole video of you eating pasta being really, really bad. And you trolled in the most brilliant way ever. You trolled that video with a compilation of videos of you eating pasta to troll the video. It's not good. It's not good. So there's just a lot of problems in how that worked. This is truly horrifying, and the blob faces in the background. Yeah, the blob faces in the background were the ones that really, really got me uncomfortable. Oh, they're claiming that it was real but distorted by a video filter on YouTube. While some have accused the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air of using artificial intelligence to beef up shots of the crowd, there have been reports of YouTube artificially altering the videos uploaded to the platform without the creator's knowledge. In a story published in The Atlantic last week, YouTuber Rhett Schul said that he believes that YouTube is using an AI upscaling on his videos, which involve dialing up an image's resolution and detail. Okay, but how does that make How does that make a thing? Mind if I rest my head? Oh dear Lord. Guys. No, I take it back. It's not AI at all. It's not AI. When I go to a concert, I immediately hide my face in somebody else's junk so I can get the best view. This guy looks like he's creepy staring at her ass, and that's the best action we have in the world. Otherwise, he really enjoys getting ear fucked. I'm not going to say who this kind of looks like from this angle either, but that's a weird spot to be, homie. That is a really weird spot to be. St. Aaron saying, Pornhub needs that tech. My dick could use some resizing, but it won't make it any bigger for you. Just make it seem bigger. Doesn't help. Doesn't make anything any better. Oh, wow. All right, so we got that there. Okay, Will Smith eating pasta AI was hilarious. I think that's still a thing. Like, you can still find that on the internet, right? Let's check. Let's check the original Will Smith AI. Let's see if we can find Will Smith eating pasta as the AI. If I bet it's still there. It's the greatest thing AI ever gave us. Will Smith eating spaghetti AI. All right, there we go. That's 50. Okay.
Hey, Uncle Phil, come try this. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. This part of my life.
This is creepy as shit. This is like an acid trip.
The freshest spaghetti and meatballs of Bel Air. What? That's hot. Yeah. Oh, that's hot. Yeah.
This is what you can't have this be an internet thing and then tell me you're gonna just pretend to do a little AI upscaling on your audience. Nobody will know.
Love will make you do.
All right, where's the modern day one? All right, Will Smith eating spaghetti AI 2024. Also, you can't do this. You can't fucking make fun of the internet AI video of you eating spaghetti by making videos of you eating spaghetti and putting it into a compilation, and then again, do that to your audience. They're kind of going to pay attention to you. You can't go anywhere near AI, Will. You can't. So this is disgusting. It's messed up. I mean, it is messed up. Like I said, it's like if you did a whole bunch of peyote and then watched a guy turn into pasta. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. You know what it is? It's a drug trip, but then you don't have to actually do drugs. You could just see how it would have gone for you. Okay, we're in our second hour. We have a couple of stories left to do. We've got our third hour stories. I don't know that we're going to get to the third hour stories, which means we'll have to save a bunch of these for tomorrow. So that's the thing. We've got, well, actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have an hour and a half. I'm wrapping it up like I'm done in 30 minutes. Talk about wishful thinking. I've got another nap to take. Johnny, have you watched the Gordon Ramsay AI videos? I don't really watch AI videos, so that's going to be a no. But if there's a reason, like if they're funny or something, might be okay. I don't know. We'll consider it. Right now I've got, I normally don't play Alpha News clips, but they're interviewing Minnesotans about the flag, which is another one of those things where I'm like, this is a solution that nobody asked for to a problem that nobody has. The flag was apparently very, very insensitive, and so they changed it to be more woke and accepting, to which I went, I still don't care. But let's find out how the rest of the state's taking it. And they decided, Alpha News, to get their opinions from what's known as the Great Minnesota Get-Together, or as I call it, a lame and gay place to eat everything fried on a stick.
Minnesotans got a new state flag. Do you like it?
I don't. I love the old-fashioned one.
Absolutely not.
It's a little more boring.
I absolutely despise it.
I literally never even look at the flag
All right, okay, but can we get a person of color and not clearly we're pandering to one specific audience, people? Come on. If you're gonna do this interview thing, don't be disingenuous and just pick the people that have the answer you want. And I will say, yes, the new flag is stupid. The old one's ugly, too. Neither one of them are good. They changed it to a commie flag, says Wild Saffron. I don't know about a commie flag. I think it's lame and gay, and it doesn't really say anything. The old one had the state seal, which people made some assumptions about the state seal. All I'll say is that one looked stupid, too.
It doesn't bother me, so I don't really care.
All right, so she might be real. She might be a real person. I don't like it, but it doesn't bother me, so I don't really care. But then you said you don't like it. Seems like you do care. Maybe not a lot.
We changed it.
I thought that the old flag was great. I think there's a lot of
Of course you did. You were on the old flag, you old fuck.
history. We don't need a new flag.
There was a lot of history of us telling, keep riding, Apache. I got a shotgun if you keep staring at my daughter or my field. Yeah, there was a lot of history associated with the old flag. It looks amazing, and he liked the fucking Somali flag. It doesn't look amazing, and I don't like the new flag. I still fly the old flag. I don't think either flag is, amazing. Yeah, change it. Hey, I got an idea for it. Really easy to draw, too. Oh, St. Aaron, I don't want to know what your idea is.
I do like the new flag.
Of course you do. Why are we back to her? Fucking stick on one person for 5 seconds.
Do you think the old flag was racist?
I mean, it could be. I'm not.
No, let me answer this question because, again, no, it wasn't racist. It was based on the state seal. The state seal was not made to disparage Native Americans or anything like that. The state seal was just forged the way it was at a time when they were chasing a whole lot of Indians off their land. Now, that might not be good, but it's not racist. And the old flag wasn't racist. Again, who was crying, oh, poor me, my family can't get a decent leg up in society because the Minnesota state flag is a thing? Who was held down by the Minnesota state flag?
Really a buff in history.
I don't think it was racist.
I do not, personally.
Absolutely not. It showed everything that Minnesota was. How can that be racist?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
It showed off what Minnesota's truly about.
It showed everything that Minnesota was. It showed what we were truly about. Tilling Fields, well, we said, keep riding, red man.
The old flag really didn't
Wait,
represent Native American.
Grandma's getting spicy.
That's what it's truly about.
The old flag really didn't represent Native Americans properly. It made it seem like the old flag.
Well, I mean, if just lucky to be old at that point. One more time for the cheap seats.
Showed off what Minnesota's truly about.
The old flag.
Oh my God. That's a brilliant clip.
Minnesota's truly about.
The old flag.
Minnesota's truly about the old Freudian slip. Freudian slip. She didn't know what she did. All right. It looks amazing, and he looks like a Somali flag. Okay. The old was talking about walls. Oh, she's talking about walls. He's not that old. Oops, clicked the wrong screen.
Flag really didn't represent Native Americans properly. It made it seem like Native Americans were riding off into the sunset.
Yeah, because they were. Because I've got bad news for you. We kind of kicked them off the land. Look. I understand that you don't think that that's the right action to take, and that is a mature, adult, responsible thought. However, we cannot deny facts. We did that a long time ago, and we can't undo it, and we're certainly not going to make any actual efforts to unfuck that pig. So you know what? Fucking own it, all right? It made it look like they were riding off, because they were. There was a shotgun up against the fucking tree stump. It wasn't there just in case. Should I capture the moment with her saying flag? I mean, I don't know. She was thinking about 10 walls when she slept and said, Tim Walls.
Like the old one. I didn't see a
Slipped
need
and
for the new one.
Does the new flag remind you of
They were conquered, Johnny. Get it right. What do you mean they were conquered? I feel like we just moved them off, conquered, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change. And nothing about it's going to change. Changing the flag, again, won't undo any of that. And changing it to what arguably looks like the Somalian flag, again, doesn't address any of those woes. It just looks dumb. Mussolini, if Native Americans used to chase buffalo off cliffs for entertainment. Well, when you can't discover electricity, your bar is going to be incredibly low, sir. AP, pigs need love too. I can't say anything on this program. I don't get away with shit. I'm just trying to do a goddamn show. That's it. And this Friday, I'm going to have to torture myself with a variety of disgusting food options. We've added fucking jelly beans to the mix. Like some sort of weird Hogwarts experiment. Fucking goddamn it. And I like Jelly Belly beans too. I don't eat jelly beans a lot because I'm already fat enough as it is. I like Jelly Belly beans. I don't want to fucking hate them now because fucking gross flavors. I'm regretting my decision. I'm entirely regretting my decision to order those jelly beans.
Yeah, the Somali flag.
Whoa! Wait a minute, what?
The sunset.
Oh, I like the old one. I didn't see a need for the new one.
And that is most people in the state. That is absolutely most people in the state. I don't think, and I dare to speak for the Somalian populations too, I don't think they gave two shits about the state flag and whether or not they were represented on it. I really don't. I really feel like this is a lot of liberal, white lefty people who are like, you know what? We don't have a whole lot of causes to complain about because despite being in a rural conservative area, we have majority control, so we're able to enforce and espouse liberal democratic ideals. So we really don't have a whole lot of problems. How can we put out a fire? I know, call the old flag racist and insensitive.
flag remind you of anything?
Yeah, the Somali flag.
I'm going to say this small little country that's trying to take over our metro area.
It reminds me of this.
Once again, we're cutting to all the people who picked the right answer for this question.
Somali flag.
I think it looks more like a Somalian flag. It does not represent Minnesota whatsoever.
I don't
never
think
heard
that's
that.
an issue. And
I've never heard that. Oh, go fuck yourself. Look, I don't care if you agree. Don't tell. I've never heard that. I'm going to do this right now to call Grandpa and his lady fucking lying pieces of shit. All right, images. Open image in new tab. How big is that image? Too small. All right, fine. The design, the Minnesota, the new flag. There we go. Open image in new tab. There we go. And now Somalian flag. I'm gonna say this. Look, this is one of those where I feel like okay, look. When you see this fucking flag, the Minnesota state flag, and it turns, and you see this one, you could say that those seem very, very similar. The Somalian flag of this like emerald light blue with a star is very similar to this. And I could see inspired by, but I'm sorry, it's not the Somali flag. The star isn't centered. It's an 8-point star as opposed to a 5. There's 2 different blue colors. There's quite a few differences. I will say this in the heat of the moment, they said that it was racist. So yeah, I'd say no. It doesn't look like the Somali flag, but definitely seems similar. But that has again since its inception been a thing. There's no way that this guy is out of that news. Yeah, it does look like it says Satan. I mean, again, there's similars. Keep the old flag with one change. Replace the Indians in the canoe with a bunch of Somalis packed into an ice bus, says Wild Saffron. There was no canoe. It was an Indian on a horse being chased out of town. Was an Indian on a horse while riding off while a farmer waves with his gun in suspiciously reachable distance, just in case. So, alrighty. But yes, I don't think that's the Somalian flag. All right, let's finish this up. There's not a whole lot left of this clip.
You know, I mean, they spent a lot of people spent time researching and figuring out, and there were a lot of Minnesotans who weighed in, and this is the flag we picked.
Yeah, I think it should have been brought to an election instead of being forced down our throat.
The DFL...
I agree with that one completely. I think that should have been an election issue item. I think everybody, again, people got to voice their opinions, and then this thing was decided. People voiced their opinions. Doesn't mean people listened. Colorado has a cool state flag. You know what our flag? I want the Gadsden flag to be my state flag. Just and then just put "Don't step on snake." Don't step on snake. That's all I want. It's a very simple desire. All right, tons of fun. Let's hear your closing thoughts, and I'm sure none of them have to do with you finding a treadmill in your near future.
Controlled Congress, pushed it through on their agenda, and I think it was ridiculous.
We should have the traditional flag come back and stay that way.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you can still get the traditional flag, right? You can still get the traditional Minnesota flag. I don't think they're gone. I don't think they're gone at all. What the hell? All right, let's close that. I got to check that out later. I got questions. Okay, closing that there. All right, so I want the Washington Redskins back. Says you're not from here, man. You don't get to have them back. You can, their merch isn't licensed, so you can have every bit of Washington Redskins merch you want. China can make knockoffs all day long, and they're not even illegal. So I don't know why you want them back. It means nothing to you, sir. Nothing at all. Mr. Q, yes, I bought one. So yeah, does it mean anything? You can argue that it means something if your government is embracing the new flag, or you could say, no, I'm a purist and I want I don't think, here's where I get the opinion of people oh, it's the Somali flag. You know what? If you want to tell me a Somalian came up with the idea for this flag for the state, that would fit. That could track. Certainly looks similar. But I don't think they're the same, and I don't think it's to erase our culture or our history. I also don't think the first flag is anything to get upset about. I think they're dumb and they're a state flag. I've always thought our state flag just kind of looked. The motto means the Star of the North. In my opinion, it should be on the flag. Okay. I just don't care for the way the whole flag looks. The new flag looks like something Drippo shat out, says AP. Speaking, not Drippo the hippo, but I've got a Grady Judd clip that's supposed to start the third hour. If we get over to that, I'm gonna have to do it. Otherwise, that'll be a fun one for tomorrow. Before we get into any of that stuff, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stories for the second hour still yet to finish. We got about an hour left in the program. So thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We'll check the Venmo and the PayPal and stuff in a minute to make sure that those things are up to date. We haven't had a hype train on Twitch. If we want to do one, it can be done. But other than that, our goal is at currently $40 for Thursday and dropping, sinking like a stone. So tomorrow, of course, Wednesday, we'll have Digger here. And if those jelly beans get in tomorrow,
Might crack one of them open. I might crack open a bag and kind of get a preview of what Friday's going to be. If they change my state's flag, gonna be an issue, says AP. Which state are you, Michigan? Here's where, like, the more I learn about Michigan, like the Upper Peninsula thing, the more I'm confused. Should have just left it. Couldn't that go to Wisconsin? Anyhow, this video, a Hawaii volcano. We've got a video, kind of a short little one. A Hawaii volcano has become active, and it's shooting lava 1,000 feet in the air. Wrong button. Balls. So I just gotta say, these can't possibly be all those horrible methane and greenhouse gases and carbon dioxide shit they always talk about us having, right? Like, we're not having those problems when the Earth is burning itself and injecting liquid hot magma. Oh, great. It's got, like, softcore porn music. This is like the theme you hear while he's just giving her a massage. Is he a doctor or is he something more? Let's find out. 1,000. This is 1,000 feet in the air. That worries me. Wisconsin, best trade in history. The Upper Penn for Toledo. You know, everyone has their opinions. Am I supposed to be jerking it to this? What's with the music? 1,000 feet, that's some facial. Right? Searing hot facial. The stuff isn't even cooling down. It's landing as a liquid, and then it just keeps on rolling. Just melting everything it comes into contact with. This is where I have trouble with the whole, like, guys, we got to stop polluting the environment. Like, yeah, you realize the planet does it too. Are you guys gonna, I want to see the peaceful protesters that block the magma flow so it learns it has to go around them because, you know, they don't want any hot gases. Dear Lord. That's the side of a volcano in Hawaii. Like, I still don't understand. I know it's beautiful. I know the weather be nice and all. But why the fuck would you stay in Hawaii? I just don't get it. The floor is lava. The floor is lava. The wall's lava. Pretty much the entire thing. Fucking lava. Alrighty. So there's that. That was just a quick little hitter. We found that today. We've gotten a couple of different things that we're trying to cover today. Do different stuff. Not do all serious crap. Because it's the end of the day. We like to wind down a little bit. Somebody was mentioning this before. We were talking about the dust storm that had blanketed Phoenix. And somebody else had said something that this news story said. And I'm going to pull up all of the links first here. I don't know if it. I don't know if it's a thing with, like everybody just liking the term or what. But haboob. Everyone's referring to this as a haboob, which is just a dust storm. It's just a sandstorm. It's happened before, but I don't know why now we have to call it a haboob. I can't call this a dust storm. I can't call it a sandstorm. I have to call it a haboob. And it's been all over Twitter. Let's open link in new tab. Jesus, there's a lot of links for this. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. Skyfall. Good God, how many videos do we have of this rolling in like it's never happened before? Correct me if I'm wrong, but haboobs are a regular thing, right? I mean, I like a good pair of haboobs. All right, boop. Boop. This is the one benefit to this story is we have all these short little clips, and while we play them, we just keep
knocking out power to tens of thousands. The storm caused a ground stop at Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix. The air traffic control tower had to be evacuated, and some buildings were damaged. More than 100 flights were delayed, and some diverted to Las Vegas.
Wait a minute, buildings were damaged? So what, they got sandblasted to the point? Because we will die on this hill in Hawaii, we lava you. Thank you, Riding Dirty Llama. Red Scooper saying, I think haboob is a regional term for Arizona. I just thought haboobs were what you find in Arizona. You find a lot of haboobs there.
Vegas. This time-lapse video shows Arizona State University's football stadium completely swamped.
Oh, that's
in
one of my
dust.
other clips.
It goes up thousands of feet and it rolls and it's fast. It comes.
Ah, giggity.
I'm glad we weren't out in vehicles in that because that could be very scary.
Well, if it comes on fast, don't just wait. What you need to know. I need to know why we're still calling them haboobs. We can't show haboobs on TV. It's not unclothed haboobs.
Monster haboob coming into Sky Harbor. Monster haboob coming into Sky Harbor.
So we have airports named Sky Harbor. Does that mean Donald Trump's going to make airports named Space Harbors, and will those be in haboob territories? Wild Saffron saying it probably damaged air conditioning units. Well, then that is actually a legit danger. Block the magma. Block it. Hey, hey, ho, ho. This magma has got to go. Yeah, I want that movement to be a thing. I want them to literally do that.
That is absolutely insane.
I will say this. I wouldn't feel good around that. I certainly wouldn't want to be there if that's what's happening. Do we have, again, these are all really quick clips. I would like one that gives a little bit more coverage moments before the disaster. Again, they're all like 12 seconds long.
Right now, you can save £50 per person.
What?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
What's with the music? I don't get it. The sandstorm looked like the one that happened in Chicago a few months ago, says Brian. I don't even remember a sandstorm happened in Chicago. All this talk about her boobs is driving me nuts. See, Mr. Q gets it, riding dirty llama, LAO. God, that stupid jet to holiday meme. Oh. Okay, so that's what it was. It's a meme. Now let's find out how this lady feels about haboobs in a car.
Okay, so we are in the middle of a haboob.
I can see Idaho highlights and like bottom like that.
And
Wow,
can't
it's going up? No.
see anything.
We can't move in this haboob.
In the middle of the haboob.
Tatooine is moving in. Honestly, Tatooine seems like prime haboob territory. Yup, it's a retarded meme. That's sad.
We're in our car.
I think it's clearing up. We can see a little bit in front of us.
Hey, her boobs are getting smaller.
I think there's a car behind us, but we're kind of...
No.
Yeah. Okay, I can see
You'd be able to see a lot more if you weren't staring at her boobs.
the house on the corner here.
It's clearing up. We should be good.
We should be good. Right. Until her boobs come back.
You think we should be good?
Yeah, we can see like kind of in front of us now.
Should I try?
Yeah, trust the kid. Trust the kid and all of their 0 days of practical driving experience.
Try it?
Yes, I think we should.
Okay, I'm going to try to get home.
Yeah, your kid told you to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. What does your kid have to lose other than his life? Don't worry, it'll only be your fault. All right, I don't know if we care enough about this. The haboob joke seems to have kind of run its course, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. I'll go to this one just because this scares the shit out of me. I get that, like, guys, we need to get these passengers to where they want to go. People will be upset. But I feel like this weather is kind of like, let's ground some flights. Because this is the ship moving in. It's obviously sped up a little bit. Planes are still taxiing on the runway. You're not going to be able to fly, sir. Oh, my God. And that plane is still moving around. Just shut it down. AP in between the haboobs. That's called the ha cleavage. Where are the kebabs? In between the haboobs. All right. There we go. We'll close those out. The dust storm again. The haboob. A wall of dust covered the area. It was a pretty big deal. There's that stadium thing that we saw before. All right, so we got all of those covered. Great. Oh. We have an hour left in the show. I've got 1 more hour of content other than the 2 stories we still have loaded. We'll get into these 2 stories and do the other hour stuff. We are going to be back with Digger tomorrow. I am going to be on the Steel Toe show in the morning. So for me, Wednesday is Tuesday. That won't be confusing at all. So AD, not, and autocorrect. What the fuck is Jet 2 Holiday, and why do I hear this every day now? It's apparently a meme. While Fanatical Bucks fan, it's apparently a really, really shitty meme. How fun would it be in all black and messed up mask and run up on them from nowhere? Yeah, that's a quick way to get yourself shot, St. Aaron. I feel like in that kind of weather, probably not the best. And you're probably going to trip over and fucking smash your face on something. Not the best move. So, all right, we've done a bunch of videos about the haboob. Now we're going to do a video about an actual boob. I don't know what this guy's name is, but apparently we have a carjacking. Was it a car? Yes, car thief stops for gas during a high-speed chase. So, I've never stolen cars, so I can't tell you a lot about how that goes. But this guy forgot to check the tank before he peeled off. This is almost, I would say this is an advertisement for don't keep your car fueled, but wait till you see how it plays out. Let's go.
Southbound Long Beach now making another westbound turn here, finding another gas station. Might be the same one. He must be low on gas. Driver stepping out of the vehicle.
Yeah, nothing about that looks suspicious.
He's going to drop it right here.
When you come running up to the pump, you leave the door wide open and you cover your face like this.
He's going to get gas.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, nothing to see here. I'm just gassing my car and I look like a really cheap, really shitty fucking Batman villain. Thank you, fucking coronavirus. Because at best, you have people going, oh, he must be worried he's going to cough on somebody. Saint Caesar says, you know what to do in a high-speed chase. Go to a pay and spray and change the color. You lose your wanted level. Right? Or you have... or wait, no, I'm thinking of Cyberpunk, where you had a way to reset that. So now here's the question. How is he getting the gas? Did he put his card in? So, like, you're paying for the gas. You're filling up this car you're stealing. This is in Los Angeles, by the way. This is the LAPD chasing a stolen vehicle suspect. I will say, other than the highly suspicious behavior he's engaging in, he doesn't seem like he's being chased. Where are the cops? Is he literally talking to somebody inside the car? Again, why is this big hard biker dude? Nobody has any questions. Nobody wants to ask why his fucking face is covered or maybe pull his shirt down over his... Can I get his immigration status?
This driver nervously getting gas after...
All right, now you're committing 2 huge problems. You're leaving that pump unattended, sir. That's how accidents happen. What do you want, to cause a problem?
Feeling some degree of relief here, although you can tell he's still very animated. He's got his shirt covering his face.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know how this guy just sits here and doesn't say shit to him. How do you just sit there and mind your own business while this is going on? Question is... Oh, fucking...
Clearly aware of the helicopters, but pretty unaware of the fact that he's pretty much on his own down there. There's really nobody pursuing him anymore. All of the law enforcement has pulled off. LAPD has abandoned...
Why? Why? They're letting him go?
In this pursuit, California Highway Patrol has... sent their helicopter off to other assignments. So it looks like he is really just
Carlos Ramirez, because he didn't want to get shot or stabbed. Yeah, but isn't he a biker? Shouldn't he have like a gun and a knife to do the shooting and the stabbing too? Thought that's how that worked.
he's got a little wad of cash there, maybe. I mean, he couldn't be acting any more suspicious, I'll tell you that.
Right? Most people go into a gas station with their shirt up around their ears. Not a biker. Biker from the looks. It looked like he had a vest. Like, it looked like he was wearing a fucking, like a biker gang vest. So I guess, I don't know, can you just get those? But us in California will get prosecuted and the criminal would likely be the victim. That sounds fucked up, Carlos Ramirez. Up. It's all done. All right, fuck you running. You have nobody there to worry about. Just hang the fucking thing up, you fucking waste of space. Oh, spoiler alert, the guy who stole the car is not going to care about anyone else or the consequences of his actions. And again, totally looks like it'd be fair to ask about his immigration status.
Just dropping the drop. This is
Again, a piece of shit on every level. Fuck this guy.
wild scene here as he just drops the pump and continues on after a quick splash of gas. Now back on the run here, but there's nobody behind him as he continues to drive like a maniac through here.
Again, maybe you should have people on his ass. If you're following him with a goddamn chopper, why aren't you getting to this guy?
And now getting back on.
Wait, pumps nowadays are all pay at the pump. Did he swipe his card? Yeah, he had to have. That's what I was saying. There's no way he did that without paying somehow.
The Long Beach Boulevard, there's CHP now, just about one block behind him with lights and sirens blaring, and it looks like he might be trying to, no, he's pulling somebody else over.
I love that the guy with the, looks like the cops might actually, never mind, they saw a lady with a busted taillight. Clearly the thing to deal with right now. I'm sorry, but LA, Chicago, you guys, when this is how car criminals can apparently behave, you really, really leave that, the thing you're so worried about, your fascist dictator Donald Trump, you really leave that door open for him to justify bringing the military into your cities. And I don't want that solution. But when you let shit like this happen, you leave the room open for people to go, well, this is a possible solution. And your answer isn't any better. Your answer is, the helicopter's running out of gas. Have it take off. So is the guy in the car. Yeah, but you know.
All right, another black and white trying to catch up. Another black and white trying to catch up.
This is where, again, like, I'm sorry, it's going to take people just, like, banding together to stop that guy and pull him out of the car and beat the piss out of him to get the message across that that doesn't fly. But that won't happen. And the people will continue to demand that that shit stops happening. The play when you're running from the cops in L.A., you just drive into a parking structure. Many have gotten away like that in the past.
Through another major. There's that black and white. Just about half a block behind him, trying to make his way through the intersection. The vehicle blacked out.
I'd love to see this dude cutting an intersection illegally and just getting T-boned.
Stolen blue
by a driver going the right of way, and then he's just, you know, a couple of problems.
Blue Infinity on the run here after a lengthy pursuit from law enforcement. Law enforcement eventually giving it up, but the suspect behaving very dangerous.
Again, law enforcement eventually giving it up. It's not a game. Like, I'm sorry, this guy stole a car, he's driving improperly, he has no respect for anyone. Fucking stop this guy. Don't let him back out on the streets, ever. Congratulations, LA. You absolutely have no hand in what has become of your city.
Behavior here, and after nearly running out of gas, pulled into a gas station, a quick...
Thank God he had the time to fill up his tank.
Pump, and he was off to the races once again. You can see him now going eastbound, or actually northbound. Northbound, it is northbound, right? Still northbound Long Beach.
The fucking news. The news stuck it out longer than the actual cops. Probably paid with a stolen credit card. Chopper can track it and get him when he stops. Chasing leads to crashes, says Labglass. Yeah, but Labglass, you missed at the beginning of the story. The sheriff's department called off the chopper. The only chopper following this guy was ABC News 7. It's northbound. Right is the reporter that retarded. Dude, your reporter in the sky might be confused as to which roads you're looking at. I can forgive all of that. The problem I have is that the police officers gave up the chase, but then the police helicopters gave up pursuit. And all we were left with, well, we've got fucking No Direction Tim from Sky 7. Go ahead and tell us what you see there, Tim. Well, there's a car on a road, and it's clearly going somewhere. That's north, right? Yeah, northbound. Oh, dear Lord. So, yes, in what is the most ridiculous series of events I've ever seen, that guy got away, I'm guessing. I'm guessing he got away. I don't have, wait. The chase happened on Friday night after the guy stole a blue Infiniti 250. To escape police, the thief weaved in and out of traffic at more than 100 miles per hour. Video showed him at a Shell station in Wilshire, Los Angeles, nervously fueling up with his shirt pulled over his face, according to the New York Post. A motorcyclist at the next pump seemed unaware of the drama. Yeah, that's a guy completely ignoring it. I'm sorry, there's no way you're not aware of that. Oh, God, somebody responded to the post of that video. Haha, just waited for his friends to go eat some donuts. And let's continue in about 5 minutes. I need a few gallons. Alrighty. The Post, citing KABC, writes that after calmly screwing the nozzle back on, he sped away, later driving under an overpass to dodge helicopters. He abandoned the car, which rolled into a light post. The reporter from the chopper called it maybe his smartest move of the night. Well, that wasn't in the video. He then went to 7-Eleven and dropped a deuce, grabbed a bladder buster of Diet Coke, and still got away. So, yeah, the suspect was still at large. Authorities believe he may have escaped with the help of someone driving another vehicle. But congratulations, you're not allowed to have property in L.A. anymore. They're not going to catch him. They're not going to catch him. Not going to do a goddamn thing. We've got about 45 minutes left in the show, so I'm going to be doing this for a little bit less than an hour, and then I'll be out of here. I'll be back tomorrow morning on Steel Toe, on the Steel Toe YouTube, Rumble. I always want to say Twitch, but he doesn't do Twitch because he can't, and it's funny to me. I still have Twitch. I need to get on Kick and all the other ones so I can just make him suck it. I stream on more places. A smaller show, sure, but who gives a shit? Point is, I've got more platforms, you dick. It's all about how you count. Anyhow, that guy got away. We have one last video from the second hour, and then we'll get into our third hour stuff, which is great because we're coming to the end of the show. I've got time for my Grady Judd video, which I really am excited to do. And then is there a couple other? I am happy to leave a couple of these for tomorrow. I did plan some of them with the intention of them being left for tomorrow. McDonald's is cutting the price of their combo meals. I'm curious how they're doing that without making things worse. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to save for tomorrow with Digger in terms of like animal shit and just fun stuff. Donald Trump calling off tariffs on Canada and American alcohol. Or a video about Donald Trump's tariffs over American alcohol, excuse me. So I want to save that for when Digger's here. This one is our last second hour story. MSNBC has been, and CNN have kind of been calling out the left more recently in a weird bit to seem not completely biased. And I think it's funny. Raz of Chaz with $2. Hello, Johnny. Just got here. I'm guessing you talked about your treatment. Did you see or talk about what I tagged you in on Facebook? No, because I haven't seen what you tagged me in on Facebook. I've been doing this. As for talking about my treatment, yeah, I have mentioned I'm going to see a doctor next Friday. I made the appointment as soon as I was done with steel toe. Today. And so the earliest appointment I have is a Friday morning appointment. I'm going in next Friday. I'm going to see my doctor in Minnesota. You have to be prescribed ivermectin. So I'm going to get that as a prescription. I might not get it on Friday. Would not be surprised in the slightest if my doctor fucking pussies out and defers to a neurologist. But in which case I'll be like, fucking send me to one of your neurologists. And I'll sit down with the neurologist and I'll just be like, look, I don't mean this to seem some way judgmental of you or the work that you do, but I'm not here for your opinion. I'm not here. I'm literally here to try this and do this as a treatment because it's safe to do as an attempt. And we've certainly done plenty of attempts on medications that weren't safe. So I'm ready to try one that if it doesn't work, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and go to this. Joe Scarborough wouldn't normally be going after Chicago City's mayor. Chicago is a city, dumbass. Chicago, well, yeah, the Illinois governor and Chicago mayor pushed back on Trump's threat to send troops in the city. So going at the mayor and calling him out isn't something I'd normally expect for this pair. But hey, let's see what they do.
Like to get federal funding to help put 5,000 more cops on the street in Chicago. Would that help drive down crime?
Well, look, policing by itself is not the full strategy.
No, I understand that. You've talked about the other.
Look, policing by itself is not the full strategy. So what you're saying is you don't have a strategy. I don't know if you know this or not, but when it comes to stopping crime, it literally requires two things. It requires police enforcing the laws, and then it requires a judicial system holding people accountable for breaking those laws. Whether or not those laws are fair is irrelevant. It's literally, those are the two things you need. You need a police department arresting crime, people who commit crime, criminals. You need them arresting criminals. You need them investigating those crimes. And you need them bringing that evidence before a court. And then those criminals having their due day in court and due process with a judicial system that then holds them accountable based on the evidence. That's just kind of a thing. Okay, it was earlier today. It's about sound waves curing cancer, and it could be linked to your MS too. I would doubt that sound waves are going to cure my MS because curing cancer involves in stopping cancer cells from propagating. Really don't have that kind of an issue, but could be worth a worth a look. God, I can't speak now. I'm too excited for the show to end. I want to make food and hang out with my daughter. So yeah, I've had too much weed today already. I've smoked less weed over the last 3 weeks than I have in the last couple of months. Very excited about that. I'm kind of naturally coming down. I don't smoke weed as much. My legs are still super duper shitty, and that's the big one. So if the ivermectin thing does work, I might literally only do it on like shows. And if my legs do get a lot better, I'm going to go back to going into Aaron's house twice a week. So I definitely don't do that in there. He'd fucking murder me. He'd get pissed if I carried it in there. Stuff does stink though, but that's why you got to do it right, you know? Otherwise you just smell like a skunk. Anyways, let's get to this.
Other things you want, and I said those are good and important programs, but I'm asking also, would 5,000 more police officers on the street in Chicago be helpful to go along with all of those social programs?
Hey, he's not going to answer you. He's a politician. Let's play a fun game where you ask the question and I will be his psyche.
The things you want, and I said those are good and important programs, but I'm asking also, would 5,000 more police officers on the street in Chicago be...
What are you talking about? What, cops? You want cops arresting people? Next thing you're going to tell me is you're going to tell me all these criminals are black. You racist.
Cops don't solve problems, they create them. Just look where all the crime happens. You'll always find police officers. Just take a look. It's rather interesting. I hope the best for you. I'd love to see you do a cartwheel. I don't want to do a cartwheel. I'd love to see me be able to get leg day, standing, and being able to walk and move without any assistance would be awesome. And quite frankly, if we're putting a fucking a star on top of the Christmas tree, I'd say the ultimate goal, being able to get back to where I can do inverted sit-ups. I love inverted sit-ups. I didn't realize how much I loved inverted sit-ups until I lost the ability to do inverted sit-ups. What's Bryan Cranston doing on the screen? Bryan Cranston? You see Bryan Cranston in that face?
Helpful to go along with all of those social programs that a lot of cities are engaging in and having success with.
Next, you're going to tell me this whole defund the police movement thing was a huge mistake because in response to one police action, we defunded police all over the place, like somehow they made the crime happen. Put a beard on him, and yes, St. Caesar, this shouldn't be news for you. It happens often. You're wrong.
Well, look, here's the best way I can put it, Joe, is that in the 90s when I was in high school, we had 3,000 more police officers and we had 900 people being murdered every single year in Chicago. It's just not policing alone. Of course, we want more detectives.
You know what also helps? When you actually report the crimes when they happen. Just saying. Bocephus says, I see Matthew Perry. See, everyone's got their own magic eye with it. You see Matthew Perry. I see, right now, Geordie LaForge. Why? Because the beard. Really, it's the beard. And if you put the fucking visor over his eyes.
Of course.
I know it's not policing alone, but I know it's not policing alone. You've told me everything else you want. I'm curious, and this does come down to an ideological difference between people. Do you believe that the streets of Chicago would be safer if there were more uniformed police officers on the streets of Chicago?
I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if...
Again, like, I want, and it's never going to happen, I want fucking journalists that would hold this. No, that's like mute his mic. No, I asked you a yes or no question. Yes or no, and fucking badger this shit. Yes or no, you effing moron. How are you allowed to be in charge of a city when you can't answer a yes or no question? Because it is a yes or no question. He's not asking you to write a policy, to write a law right now. He's asking you your beliefs. Yes or no, do you believe more cops? Not even that it will solve the problem, not that it's the source of the problem. Just literally asking you if literally a number of bodies in the police force, this number, if we just injected that into the police force, do you believe that would have any effect on crime? But this guy's too much of a pussy to say that. And if he believes it, he certainly won't admit it. And I hate the fact that I like Joe Scarborough for once. I've never been a fan of Joe Scarborough. I always thought he was her puppet. She hits him with a strap on nightly. I'm sorry, Joe. I really think Morning Joe is about you coming to terms with the fact that last night your wife plowed your back door. And I'm not saying that like I believe she used to be a dude. No. She's got a strap on, and it's got Joe's name on it, so to speak.
We actually had, affordable housing. Look,
okay,
I'm not saying that we don't.
That's not the question.
I feel like you're just bragging about inverted sit-ups because we can't call you out on it, and we probably can't do them either. I was explaining this to Digger. The reason why, as an exercise, I like inverted sit-ups is because of the fucking... I naturally rock back and forth. This motion happens. People have accused me of being a fucking tweaker. I've never done anything harder than fucking marijuana and I did acid once. Is that a tweaker thing? No, it isn't. So yeah, I've done very, very few hard drugs, but I don't sit still. You can you can ask my mom. But in my life, I've never sat still. I've been fidgety. I've always been someone who rocks back and forth. So as an exercise, I actually find sit-ups kind of soothing. Here's the thing, though. The regular sit-ups, when you're laying on the ground, suck because you're doing all the work to get up, and then right when you're getting to the work to get down, you got to slow down so you don't bang your head on the floor. When you're doing an inverted sit-up, you slow it down. It's just more soothing. It's just fun. And it's like the biggest feeling of victory when you bring yourself all the way up to the top and then like, fuck no, screw you. I'll say this, Raz, if the ivermectin doesn't work, then you can't call me out on it. But if I'm getting my legs back, hey, Johnny, where's your doing inverted sit-ups? Y'all be surprised. I'll do it. I'll make a fucking video. I'll get more jacked than Mersh's. What's the other guy from fucking Revenge of the Sith? Point is, yeah, dicks.
And I ask, my question is, and I just need to answer.
Rocking can be a comfort. Rocking can be a form of comfort to the physical bond and the mental. Saying I'm retarded? It's probably not wrong. Johnny will get his legs back and stomp mud hole. Nah, I don't think so. Revenge of the Sis is still a thing, St. Caesar.
No, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got...
Okay, once again, Joe, just because he's behaving himself as a politician, let me just give you his mental mindset right now. La 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 la. He can't even admit it. And that's the worst part. It's the fact that he can't admit it, because that means, even though I think it's a horrible idea, that means sending in the National Guard and other people will have a positive effect, and it will turn some things around. And the people that want to keep doing that shit will hold up those victories as proof that they're as proof of principle or whatever you want to call it. And it's just not gonna be good for the rest of us. Raz Chaz, brother, ask Scarborough about the dead intern. What?
All of those other...
She was jealous. She totally killed him.
Extraordinary programs put back into place, which do have a history of being successful, if that's complemented by having 5,000 more cops on the streets of Chicago.
I don't believe that we should narrow it down to just police officers, Joe.
Nobody is, you dumbass. Again, he asked you a yes or no question, and you will do anything but answer the yes or no question, to the point where you will ignore the question he's asking, answer the one that you want him to be asking, even when he tells you that's not what I'm asking you. I believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if we had affordable housing. Asshole, if you start putting houses in the streets, nobody can drive anywhere. Red Scooper, do you have ADD, Johnny? Yeah, I have. It was before the ADHD was a thing. I was diagnosed, never medically treated. My father refused to have me take ADD medication because he didn't want me to have my reflexes for hockey slowed down. So instead, he just said, yeah, fucking figure it away. Suck it up. No, I don't want to give him that. It's going to slow down his reflexes. This guy ain't worth much. I'm not going to slow him down. And then I got very hyper, and God said, haha, I'll slow you down. Multiple sclerosis. So there we go. I take ivermectin back, and I might be, I don't know, moving fast, thinking fast, acting fast. It'll be fun. We'll get out and, do stuff. Like a Canadian. What? Anyways, so there we are. That's our last story from the second hour. We've got about 30 minutes left in the program, so we can grab a couple of stories for the 30 minutes that we're left here. Let's grab this. We're going to do Grady Judd, which is good, because I'm excited to do the Grady Judd story. We have a story about, to catch up on, I guess it kind of ties into stuff we were talking about before. Kamala Harris. Again, the great president option, Kamala Harris. I got bad news for you. One of the very few things she accomplished while she was VP is a complete and utter shit show. I've got a clip of Bill Maher being, in my opinion,
and I have a plan for you.
Wee bit creepy. It's not new for Bill Maher to be creepy, unfortunately. But I am a Bill Maher fan, and I don't like that he keeps serving up these kind of creepy fucking things. I could do without that. Oh, hey, hold. Come here, Tigra. No, you. Come here. Hey, everybody, it's the kitty. It's Tigra. Grady Judd fucking rules. Well, don't believe me. You're gonna enjoy what we're gonna see Grady Judd doing. If Brian's paying attention, he might want to see this one too. As I only know about the drip because of Drippy. Was it Drippo the hippo, or I don't know, or is his name Drippy? Drippy the hippo? I don't know. Have fun, Teg. How many copies of Kamala Harris's book sold? I don't know. Probably one. I have. Here's where I'm so not concerned with that I'm not even going to look it up. Brian decides saying, I'm driving animal style, in and out of traffic. And so while we get to that, let's go to this. Well, if you're listening and not watching, we're opening up on a podium with Grady Judd walking to said podium. He has his thumb in a gold chain around his neck. The sheriff of Florida is flaunting a $50K gold chain seized during a drug bust.
I got their drip.
Like, he realizes right now with the personality that he's establishing, he could probably run for president. I won't say he'd win it, but I would definitely say this. He'd probably get pretty far down the road. He'd probably make it, if not all the way, very close. Very close.
I got their body. We got their guns.
I got their drip. I got their body. Is that a term for a thing, or do you just mean like physically you have their body? Are they dead? I hope not. I didn't want them dead. I just want them to stop selling drugs.
We got their dope. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Last week we did a press conference as a result of a grand jury indictment for first-degree murder because this team, these guys at the top, sold the drugs that killed a 65-year-old lady. I told you last week that we would be back and talk now about this wire intercept investigation that we all worked on together.
All right, this is I'm sorry, buddy. This is way less fun. You started out strong with the I got their drip and the chain. I want this guy to be my sheriff, says Brian. Dude, I want him to be America's sheriff. This dude is awesome. Gemstone Hip Hop pointing out, this is Digger. If Florida weren't so humid, I'd love to live in Sheriff Grady's country. Or county. Well, how do you feel about Minnesota? Just make that one work.
And let me highlight the people that worked
just
with
for like 10 years. And then then we can go back to Canada.
So you have an idea of the complexity and the need for cooperation in order.
Dude, I totally thought this was that dude from Dexter. This picture is not. These pictures are too small. I can't make out enough facial detail. I thought this was Dokes. I really, dude, I saw this face right down here for Troy Walker. I saw that face and all I heard is, surprise, motherfucker. Like, that's all I heard. I want this guy to be my sheriff. Brian decides animal style, in and out. Yeah, he's been on it. PrayX12 saying correct. He exuberates strength. A lot of color in those photos. I will say, certainly some diversity. Let's go back. And let me flip up the shades quick. All right, maybe, and I have to take my camera off the screen for a second to do this. God damn it. I have to uninstall and reinstall my Streamlabs or Stream Deck this weekend and see if that fixes everything. It'll suck if it doesn't, but at least if it does, my life will be a lot easier. Where is, there it is. Take my camera down. All right, maybe
Anthony Sanders is just really, really sunburnt. Other than that, I gotta say there is one swatch not on the color palette here.
To successfully do these investigations. We're joined today by Brannon Shealy, who's going to be speaking from FDLE. They're our partners and we work together every day.
They're our partners and we work together every day, but they keep touching my fucking food in the fridge. It's got my name on it, Steve. You know that's not your sandwich. St. Aaron, I'm with you. This is racist. There is not one white person in this lineup. I demand you guys go back and investigate this crime till you can find at least one white criminal involved. Carlos Ramirez saying light-skinned shit doesn't count. Well, all right, he didn't say shit, but you know. Oh, I guess I figured out what word it is. I like how the emphasis, the word crack and crack down. Well, I'll tell you this. These guys weren't too happy or they would have been cracking up.
Central Florida HIDA is with us. Executive Director AJ Collazo. Homeland Security Investigations not attending, but they participated. U.S.
It's almost like there was a bunch of law enforcement agencies involved. You know, this is a really good argument for the whole not sending in the National Guard and stuff when the law isn't getting it done. Certainly having more people and agencies involved has no effect on crime.
Customs and Border Patrol, they participated. They're not here today. United States Postal Inspection Services, they're not here, but they participated. Auburndale Police Department, Lieutenant Austin Leal. The State Attorney's Office, obviously Nakora Orr, who is one.
Carlos Ramirez, you're right. Blacks don't crack, but they do crack. I'm sorry. Anybody can do crack. It's about having a lack of, well, I guess self-respect. I have never seen anyone that's life improved because they started doing crack. I'll say there's people like, same thing about weed, asshole, Cheech and Chong. I'm not saying that those two prove that it's common. I'm saying they prove my point. Cheech and Chong developed careers off of being potheads. Willie Nelson developed a career off of being a well, not developed a career. Fuck that. Willie Nelson had one. Cheech and Chong developed a career off of being potheads. So we can say that, but we don't have the Cheech and Chong of crack, you know? We don't have one guy like, my life was fucked up and then I started taking rocks and then what's Peter Griffith doing there? Which one's Peter Griffith? Sane? Do we need to time you out? There's not even a Peter Griffith lookalike. What are you saying? Sheriff Grady looks like Peter Griffith? Or are you talking about the board with the pictures on it? And this is where that comment doesn't make any sense. Let's go to this. I don't have a Peter Griffith lookalike on here either. And I say this as someone, I used to be a really big Family Guy fan. I was one of those people that was disappointed to realize that South Park was absolutely right when they explained how Family Guy works, and they completely ruined Family Guy for me. They totally ruined Family Guy for me, and I loved Family Guy. I loved Family Guy because I thought it was funny, but you know, I was a stupid fucking like teenager, 20-year-old, like, oh, it's edgy and it's funny. But the other reason I really like Family Guy is because Seth MacFarlane voiced 3 voices in that show completely differently. You wouldn't know they were the same person unless you paid really close attention to it. I like that for a variety of reasons. It's all horrible now. So, yeah. Master P, Little Troy, I can think of a bunch of rappers that became famous from crack. All right, Mr. Q, what do I know? Nothing. I know nothing, sir. I know a comedian who is a person of color who says black don't crack unless you do it. That's his little thing. Is it true? I don't know. But speaking of cracks, we'll talk about a crack in the system. We were talking about Kamala Harris earlier. Tim Walz again insisting that she is the presidential candidate we needed, and we would be in a better country. Let's go to something she did while she was here. This was a big thing in this fucking city, in St. Cloud. This was a big thing in this area. They touted this as a victory when it happened. It was going bad by the end of their term. The school districts across the nation are now forced to ditch the electric bus initiative after the Biden-funded company went bankrupt. Again, so is this another way that they were just funneling money? Your company went bankrupt. This was a better way to be. This is fucking goddamn it. I hate this. I hate because it's something that we all said would be a thing. And we, being the people who didn't want these people to be in charge again, said this wouldn't work. School districts throughout the United States are ditching electric school buses manufactured by a Canadian company. Oh, I should have had Digger on for this. I'm gonna be honest. I can't. It's getting harder to survive the day because it's down too far over my lip, and I might have to just trim the lip part so I stop losing my mind. Mr. Q, sounds about right. Wait, what? She did something? Who knew? No, she touted the bill or the program. She very much put her face on it. The program, again, the company I did not know was a Biden-funded company. But I guess if the only project that they had was this government contract, you could call that a Biden-funded company. Either way, the school districts throughout the United States are ditching the buses, blah, blah, blah. A Canadian company that has fallen into bankruptcy will no longer be manufacturing the electric buses, so now they're trading them for diesel school buses, citing the difficulty in getting the electric buses repaired. The return to diesel school buses comes as Quebec-based Lion Electric, which the Biden administration awarded a $159 or $159 million. Fuck you, Johnny. That part matters. $159 million to manufacture 435 school buses between 2022 and 2024 has fallen into bankruptcy. According to the Washington Free Beacon. As a result, the company has warned school districts that its dire financial straits prevent it from servicing the electric school buses. All right, can we get a count? Last count was 60. How many buses did they actually make? Harris pushed for the electric buses, a feature of her vice presidency, and yet by 2024, only 60 buses had been delivered under a $5 billion grant. So wait a minute, that company got $159 million, but you had a $5 billion school bus program? Where did the other... Dude, that's a lot of the $5 billion not accounted for. Breitbart and the Free Beacon gave several examples of local districts that are returning to diesel. We're going to keep our electric fleet on the roads for as long as possible. But you're going to switch to diesel the minute you can't.
Your leader.
All right, so this is why people are associating Kamala Harris with it. She literally made herself the figurehead of this thing.
Mayor, thank you for the warm welcome. So here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus?
What the fuck does that have to do with what the bus runs on?
Again, this is where I'm sorry. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump. I don't care if you think he's the most evil person in the world. You cannot tell me that this person's a better leader, because I feel like she came out here without a speech, without any prep, and she downed a big old glass of wine before she went, you know what? I'll talk to you all like children. And don't get me wrong, all politicians do that. But she's doing it in a really stupid, condescending way, and she never actually says anything. Government money just vanishes. I'm very unhappy now to find out that was a $5 billion program, but the company that went bankrupt got $153 million. That leaves, like 4.8 billion. Just where did it go?
Right? Just there's something about and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was a DJ and I had to deal with people like this all the time. That lady's fucking drunk. Okay? That is a drunk lady who's trying to strike up a conversation. I know this because it's something I've dealt with before. Mr. Q, the wheels on her bus do not go around. Well, no, that's the problem. She is the quintessential circle of death. The wheels on her bus are always spinning around. The loading bar on her bus is always spinning around.
And it's part of our experience growing up. It's part of
Wild Saffron stating that maybe the grant was to be paid in installments, like a certain amount every year. Well, then that would be incentive for them to keep making the buses, but they fucking failed that one too.
A nostalgia and a memory of.
All right, so she's just endlessly extrapolating on our new bus initiative. Don't you love yellow buses? I rode on a short one myself. Sent $160 million to a truck company. They pocketed the money, didn't send the school buses promised, and then declared bankruptcy. Again, this is where I get the belief that no offense, Biden administration, so both president and vice president shouldn't be in charge. Because again, you could say Donald Trump's corrupt. Well, these people are apparently complete idiots.
Really quickly, there was $160 million that went to a Canadian electric vehicle bus manufacturer. The Biden administration sent all of the money. Now, you might say, hey, just produce the school bus and then we'll pay you. Or if you need some partial payments along the way, we'll give some money that makes sense. Right. They gave all the money up front. Well, guess what? They just declared bankruptcy. They still haven't provided $95 million worth of school buses to 55 school districts. It's the American taxpayer that gets screwed.
Yeah, this is the.
Yeah, we all got screwed. Carlos Ramirez, God, I don't miss that cackle. She was slurring like a mofo. She is the wheels on the bus, says Sling Blade. I hated the school bus. Our bus driver was always drunk, and we got stuck in the ditch a lot. He was a stern but fair bus driver. He was a cool dude. He fucking gave out candy on Halloween, fucking like candy canes on Christmas. He was a cool dude. Christmas vacation, I should say. You missed 420, sir, by like a minute. Fair enough. Oh, no. Mr. Q, happy 420. See, it's Stoner 420. It's 2 minutes late. What, do you want me to be on time? There we go. Good to see you, Raz and Chaz, behind in the chat. You had a phone call? Well, don't worry. You can catch up. Johnny works off. Oh, no! Brian, that's... Like, can I get that documented? Like, I could totally work on that. Can I be albino? Like, that's a thing, right? Can I be... Honestly, I don't think I can tan anymore. I think I've become so white that this is, like, now my thing. I just reflect light. Time in the sun means nothing. But hey, we'll find out if that's it. If I get my legs back with this ivermectin shit, and if it goes fast enough,
We could frisbee golf before the snow hits. I'm not a fucking winter frisbee golfer. I will not play frisbee golf in the snow. I like my frisbee golf to be sunny days where I'm comfortable. So that's where it thing. But balls do I hope I could be frisbee golfing by next. If I got all better, I could ride motorcycles again. That's been something I'd always wanted. I can't think about all this shit right now. I'm too excited. I'm so happy about where that could go. I know people are like, you haven't done anything yet, but they're like, nah, but and I know, like, oh, don't get your hopes up and be disappointed. Like, I'm not gonna be disappointed if where I'm at is still here. Like, I'm not gonna be like depressed, disappointed. I'm gonna be sad, but like overall, it's so nice to have hope that I might be able to get through the other side of this to being able to like move around again. I'm pissed off as fuck at medical professionals whom I've dealt with, whom we've had ivermectin conversations, and I've been, shall we say, aggressively dissuaded from taking such kinds of medications because they wouldn't be of any use. I threw $5 to complain about a guy. I threw you $5 to complain about a guy. Oh, what? All right, hold on. Who's the guy? Is it in the $5? You always do the stuff on the Venmos and things. So, oh, it was PayPal. Let's see. I think he means met a guy today. He had a QR code tattoo and was wearing a sleeveless hooded sweatshirt. I don't know where I'm supposed to complain about that. QR code tattoo, stupid. But sleeveless hooded sweatshirt. Is that a huge problem for you? Either way, let me go up here and put that 5 in there. That drops tomorrow's goal. Tomorrow's goal is already at 35. Oh no, that's why does that say 60? That's backwards. 35. All right. So thank you very much for that, and I appreciate the $5. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for you. QR code tattoo, probably dumb. Because I bet you that'd be the same kind of asshole who'll get pissed when you start scanning his QR code with your phone. Be like, hey, what the fuck you doing, man? Like, I just want to see what the tattoo leads to. Like, and then what if it leads to something really horrible? Like, what if you didn't know it, but he's like involved in human trafficking, and that's how you find out about the whole thing? Because you scanned his QR code tattoo. So that shit's crazy. Because you don't know what it is. It's just a portal. And you have to hope that it's a portal that takes you somewhere you want to go. Tomorrow's goal, I thought it was on Thursday. It's on Thursdays. I misspoke. You're absolutely right, Brian the Science. Tomorrow's goal is completely knocked out. We're on Thursdays, 35 and sinking like a stone. And Digger's on tomorrow. So probably knock it out. I hate to admit it, but they like her more than me. It's fine. I like her too, so she'll be here. We'll have her hanging around. Do we want to do the McDonald's one? I don't know. I think we can save the McDonald's one. It's a rip and read. We'll save that for tomorrow. The Bill Maher one is a longer one. We'll save that for tomorrow. I want to get Digger's opinion on that one too anyway. Instead, we'll go to this for our last story. Jesus, volume. Fuck off. All right. In an ongoing segment that I like to call Squirrel, we have a squirrel at Yankee Stadium. So let's go flip over to here and over to this. So I love you more, Johnny, says Gazda.
There's a squirrel on the field. Like right to the mound. Look at this guy. He's not even a...
Oh, dude, he got some balls.
Right. Not backing down. That's a New York squirrel. Tough.
I love that the game. Baseball is such a pussy game. They're stopping on account of a squirrel. You realize that squirrel's alive and kicking in a hockey game? He's just dead. They'll skate over him.
I mean, what do we do? Like Ben Rice, you got to go get him. We could play with the squirrel.
It's sad that this is the most exciting. Again, this is proof that your sport needs work. This is exciting for the world of baseball.
Found something to munch on. So Freed kind of put his hands up. Look. This guy's not afraid. I tell you, he's got attitude.
He's got fans. The squirrel has fans. And before you say, Johnny, you're just saying that, whatever. No. The squirrel has so many fans. How many fans does he have? That literally sports card company Topps is releasing a collectible card featuring the squirrel. The squirrel now has a card. Please tell me you put a picture of the card. No? Damn it. We don't have a picture of the card. But they are releasing a squirrel baseball card. You can get the New York Squirrel as a fucking card in a pack. Like, I don't collect baseball cards, but I'd love to see the squirrel card. What do you give the squirrel for stats? You know? Squirrels like peanuts. Baseball games has a lot of peanuts. Makes perfect sense. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. The squirrel has stats. That's right, Ned Sheckler. That's what I want to know. The squirrel has stats. Topps is an official, like, baseball card company, if I'm not wrong. This is a thing. And they are literally making a squirrel baseball card. I want... Who does he play for? Does he play for the Sox or does he play for fucking the Yankees? You know you're going to be dividing people. No, that's a Red Sox squirrel. He's got fucking balls. Again, peanuts per game. Yeah, peanuts per game. How many people screamed squirrel when they saw him? Nuts stolen. Let a cat out onto the field to chase it, says Mr. Q. Well, then you're going to just... there's Mr. Q, there's children present. All right? I'm sorry, but I feel like tiny children who enjoy the lightheartedness of the squirrel don't need to see fucking Mother Nature unfold. All right. Have you ever thought of this? I've thought of this. What if you put cats in like a muzzle so they can't bite, and then you cap their claws with the plastic cap so you don't hurt them, but they can use the claws. They just can't do anything. Both the mouse and the cat will be utterly confused. Just be like a really aggressive massage. Anyways, that's the end of the show. We talked about the squirrel who now has received a, I'm guessing, would we call it a rookie baseball card? He's a professional nut stealer. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning on Aaron Imholt's Steel Toe Morning Show. So we'll catch you guys there. I'm going to bail and kind of like relax and chill out and stuff, and probably go hang with my daughter. So hopefully the ivermectin stuff will go great. We'll let you know more about that when we do. I'm going to get going. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been a fun time. Take care of yourselves, and see you with our girl Digger tomorrow.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill, they're prescribing.
Fuck off.
You. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over.